in your house and you think it is a flash disk, only to realize it is an e-cigarette. You can see something looking like a pen. It is not a pen. It can be a vape. So as parents, we need to be taught. We have also worked with the great county of Elgeyo Marakwet before in 2023, where we established the County Rehabilitation Center. That County Rehabilitation Center has a capacity of about 18. We are appealing to the county government to expand the capacity of that rehabilitation center and also introduce a female wing because it's not there, so that we are fair. We're also encouraging the community to reduce social acceptability of substances and alcohol during cultural events, because core to alcohol and drug abuse is availability. And that's why, as NACADA, we have prescribed various areas where alcohol should not be sold. As I conclude, Chief Guest, we want to encourage our learners to continue saying no to drugs, because earlier on the CS talked about every one of us here is a product of education. And if you pursue drugs, I can assure you, you'll not be able to get to that. Number two, for all the partners within the education ecosystem, we want to encourage you to invite NACADA to support in sensitization. Every school, based on invitation, we are available. We'll avail our officers to talk to those students, to talk to teachers, and even map out the ones that require rehabilitation. What we've learned is that education on alcohol and drug abuse is age-specific. What you tell parents is not what you tell an 8-year-old. It's not what you tell a youth out of school. So kindly allow us to support. And again, if you have indisciplined cases related to alcohol and drug abuse, NACADA is available for consultation before disciplinary action is taken. We want to appreciate the multi-agency teams under the leadership of Ngao for the continued support. We want to appeal to the county government with humility if they can ring-fence some of the resources that they collect from licensing, also to support programming, public education, rehabilitation, so that we work together. Again, I want to appeal to the county government with humility so that we don't license alcoholic outlets that are within 300-meter rule from an institution of learning. This is very key because we'll address the challenges of accessibility and also as provided for under the Alcoholic Drinks Control Act 2010. Now, when our learners are at home, we also need to encourage civil society to engage them in activities so that they don't engage in alcohol and drug abuse. Thank you very much and God bless you.
Wonderful, thank you very much. Bwana Waziri, there is another critical stakeholder we want to recognize, and that is high school students. For the first time, they are really recognizing that they are now part and parcel of the conversation. Can we have the high school students? Waziri wa Elimu na waziri wa internal security ako na nyinyi. Wanafunzi wetu wa secondary school, please be upstanding. Ama ninja, kaguri GSS. Na hiyo yote. Simameni, asante sana, clap for them, very good. Then Waziri, we have now student, thank you. So after that, we now go to the university. Can we have the students from the universities? Waziri, we have a representative from all the public universities. Please stand up. Public universities, they are there. Very good. All the way from Pwani, Rongo, Kibabi, they are there. The last one we want to recognize, you know, they say power is sweet. And there are those people, probably power lost, but they are still there. Can we recognize Chief Kitony? Najua power Chief Kitony must be recognized. Ajue power bado iko na yeye. Asante. Bwana Kamlesh aka Nebo James, where are you? Asante sana Kamlesh iko Chilele lakini tuko mia. Asante sana. And then of course Kiptanui. Asante sana. Basi we want to get for Energizer for a minute. Where is the good lady? Wait. Lina, tafadhali. Nasitaka fita. Wait. Thank you very much. And Lina was our entertainer in the morning. She sang for 2 hours, clean, uninterrupted. Thank you so much. So, Alicia Tabadale, we are now transitioned to the next program, which is going to the plenary. And before we invite our CS, we will ask the good lady just to give us an Energizer for a second, and then Waziri Murkomen will pick the microphone.
Thank you so much. I start by introducing myself. I go by the name MC Alicia, but for serious matters that do not involve the microphone, I call myself Alicia Engineer Alice Jebet Kipto. I work at the TVET, and I was so glad to see my peers here. And we have moved our CS education. We have done enough when it comes to preparations for CBC. And I know she's here today. She was telling us, if you cannot survive in TVET, for you to receive the CBC students, you better take lighter duties. And that is how we've been running around to make sure that we are ready to receive the CBC. I teach at Baringo National Polytechnic, where I work as the Deputy Registrar, and I'm humbled to be here today. For an Energizer, because we are growing old, and we want to stretch a bit. My DJ, when you're ready, we're always ready for you. Let's be upstanding. Ladies and gentlemen, led by our own CS Onesmus Kipchumba Murkomen, alongside our CS Education, Honorable Julius Migos Ogamba. DJ, back to you. Can we stretch a little bit mkono wa Bwana? Let's see our hands, the right hand. DJ, bring it on. Bring it on. Tunataka kuimba mkono wa Bwana. Tunataka kuona mkono wa Bwana namna hii. Left hand. Left hand. Of course, I'm using this one. So when I say let's, don't expect me to be checking my phone, okay? Okay, left hand DJ, are we ready? Are we there? Okay, let's call a little bit. DJ, we are waiting for you. Okay, make a turn, left hand. DJ, okay, you both hands. Okay, to the front. DJ, we are waiting for you. Mkono wa Bwana, my DJ. To the back. Ama DJ anataka tuimbe. Anataka tuimbe. Haya, tunaimba. Are you seated right now? Are you seated right now? Hi. Thank you. PJ Kezi is here. Are we ready for her? Lakini the last time I checked, we didn't have brown people and so beautiful people from Elgeyo Marakwet County. Ama mimi ndio nilikuwa naharibu kala. Anyway, I was the only dark one, but I thank God for CS Kipchumba Murkomen, because anywhere I go where I'm little known, I say I come from the same county, from the same village, with Honorable CS Kipchumba Murkomen. And thank you, my PS, for being here today. I represented you in the early morning, and I say we are ready to receive the CBC students, because CBET, we have moved from Psycho 1, Psycho 2, we are now modularized. Na nasemanga, either we do it, or we give you later duties. Thank you so much, DJ. We are ready for KZ. Introduce yourself and take over from there. I go by the name MC Alicia, the only baby in town.
Hey, makofi yake jamani. Najua mnaniona, sasa tuweviane hapa juu tu. Nani anapenda Mungu hapa? Kama unapenda Mungu sema amen. Kwani tumezeeka hivi jameni? Hiyo ni kelele ya Mungu kweli. Kama unapenda Yesu sema amen. Kama unapenda Yesu sema hallelujah. Wonderful. That sounds a little bit like it. My name is DJ Kez. Even though wananiita huku kwa usanii. Lakini hapa nyumbani they call me Kezia Jerono. And I come from a small town in Kapsawar here in Elgeyo Marakwet, born and raised by the way. Kizungu isiwadanganye. Yeah? Just a minute, my DJ. just a minute, my DJ. Just a minute. Yes, I am I am very honored. Kongwe sana mugasi nige airani ye. Thank you so much because ini ushuhuda ama nini? The great Elgeyo Marakwet is back on track. Now we are taking it another step further. And me, as one of the biggest gospel artists in Kenya, I am taking the art side strongly. So I'm coming to the schools to talk to the girls and the boys who are talented with music, and we are pushing them because even that pays. Nimesimama hapa leo kwa heshima yako, nashukuru sana. Najua jana ilikuwa birthday yako. Nataka tumuimbie, ama mnasema aje? Usikatae baraka ya watu. Hii ni baraka yetu kwako ama aje? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Some more. Happy birthday to KM. Happy birthday to you. How old are you now? Atulizi. My DJ, give me the song.
Back to you, Koche.
Basi, asante sana. Thank you very much. I want to believe that now we are set for the next program. And ladies and gentlemen, now allow me to welcome our host and our CS Murkomen, who is going to take us to the next level. Karibu sana, Waziri.
Aya, pigieni makofi all the presenters. There must be a problem here. There must be a problem. Pigieni makofi wenye walifanya presentation. Makofi tena. I don't know wenye wako nyuma huko. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Bwana asifiwe? Very good. Now, I just want to say congratulations for all the presentations. When you are doing something for the first time, you don't know how it will go. So you always have that anxiety that, oh, will it work? You've seen so many people like this, that it's going to a waste. But even if we close the meeting now, yeah? Kuna kitu mmejifunza? You have understood where you are, see you? Honestly, you know, I feel very embarrassed because I know we are live all over the country, lakini wacha tu niseme. I was in Alliance the other day for my son's, it's my son's school. They are celebrating 100 years. We were there. We represented the waziri, but the president himself was there. Alafu, the number of A's na A minus is about 200. Was it 170 something, about 200? Okay? I was in Kapsabet jana, na nikaweka hata maringo, nikasema, tulikuwa tunapiga, unajua Kapsabet walikuwa wanatuambia, this is the school that has had 2 presidents. Mimi nikatafuta kitu nikasema nitasema nini. So PS Chris Kipto had already said, alienda huko O levels, alafu sasa akakuja juu A level St. Patrick's. Nikasema nimepata network. Gaambia watu, mimi nilienda penye watu wanaenda wakimaliza Kapsabet, wanaenda na nienda St. Pat. Lakini si leo mmeniangusha jameni. Niko down. How is it possible that St. Patrick's High School Iten cannot produce 20 or 30 A's? If you look at the admission, I was looking at yesterday inaitwa nini? Kapsabet. Even Chepterit girls and even Kapsabet girls, I was seeing the A's and A minus was it about 100? But the students who were admitted there were 375, 373, 380. The highest was 43. But the rest were 380, 393, whatever. I look at the admission of my alma mater, St. Patrick's, the same. So how come them they have almost 100 A's and A minus, and here in Iten we had only 1 A, and sijui how many, whatever. And now squeezy, the school when I was in school we were number 35 in the country. It is not even top 2 in the county, in the first place. Yeah? Aya, Kapsor girls, wamejaribu si mbaya. Sisemi ati kilimo ujikambe hapa, but they have improved kidogo. But honestly, the only school which has consistently performed well compared to the admissions they get and the level of the school is Metkei girls. Zamani tukiwa St. Patrick's, wasichana wa Kapkenda na Wasingore walikuwa wanang'ang'ania nani ndio mabeshte ya St. Patrick's. Siku hizi hata wasichana hawataki hata kujihusiana na sisi. Yeah? Then what happened to Singore girls? What happened to Tambaj Boma? What happened? You know? What happened to Chebara? Chebara, there was a point where, and I know Engineer Yego and the others who are my ear at those time. It was a time of ukiwa Chebara na ukiwa St. Patrick's, inategemea Chebara wanakuja kuambia hata kama mnaringa tumewashinda nini, something like that. Now what happened? There must be a problem in our county. And today we must say it as it is. Hatuwezi piga round. Lazima tuseme, na lazima in the remaining 2 years ya 844 system, tufunge next year at a very high note before tuanze exams ya GSS. And so the forum we are about to open is to make us speak about some of the challenges you think it has not been said. Usianze kurudia kusema ile imesemwa. Just say part of the challenges yenye wewe unaona ni hii, but also provide solutions, provide suggestions of solutions. There are some that I know I will not say. I will say it at the end if there will be anything remaining, and the chief guest will crown it. We are so privileged to have high-powered delegation, as I told you, and I want to invite now the CS to come in front here. CS Migos Okamba, Julius, wakili mkubwa sana. Pigie makofi. We were in another place and both of us were begging to be given a better gown. Tukaambiwa na president, you must do your PhD first. Karibu Waziri. He has been my friend even before cabinet days for a long time. Alafu nikaribishe CEO TSC. Pigieni makofi wa CEO wa TSC. I hope you know this thing can be something. Alafu tuko na PS Moria, PS TVET, pigia makofi, PS Moria. Yeah. Nani mwingine anataka kuja hapa? Yeah. I will say like Jesus said, if you want to be on my right or my left, you must be willing to carry my cross. And let me invite the governor on behalf of the county leaders to come here. Governor akuja hapa. Yeah. And then we will see as we progress. Now you will all be taking notes and whatever. Everybody is free. Everybody is very free to everybody is free. I don't think even I will see it, but everybody is free to say everything and anything about what we are going to do. And lastly, mulitaka nani mmoja? The local MP. Yeah, pigia makofi sana. MP wa town hapa kae pale. Now, I have the apologies of Honorable Kangogo. He's the chair of water, and they are doing budget processes ongoing. And we have also the apologies of our women rep, Caroline Ngeleche. She is representing Parliament. She's in New York for the CSW, the Conference for Women in the United Nations. Now, you will speak from where you are, okay? And you will be given the mic up. It will be you will be projected, so there is no problem. And then go straight to the point. I'm the MC, so you have no nikisema imetosha to move to the next person, so that we use the next 1 hour and a half. Now that we ate the other 1.5 hours, I will start with stakeholders, and I'll start with Nat. Anybody from Nat? Nat secretary, the new Nat leadership. Who will speak? One for now. Mukubaliane nyinyi wawili. The gentleman. Okay, proceed. Mike, and I don't want mishap. Watu wa Mike, I will not entertain Nene because we will move fast. And make sure that you have 3 or so mics in different corners. Nat, proceed. You have 2 minutes.
I'm shocked by the 2 minutes, but CS
No, don't be shocked.
CS Ogamba, our leaders.
First, no protocols. Just go straight.
So my 2 minutes starts now?
Yes.
Because the guidelines were not there. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Thank you very much. Thank you for this important event in Elgeyo Marakwet County. And as teachers, we know, you know, we come from the ground. Na tunataka kupeana vitu ya ground. Asante sana. Waja tuanzie our teachers. Honorable Murkomen and Madam Mutahi, our teachers are not well motivated, especially on promotion. Most of our teachers have stagnated in the same job group for too long, and that leads to demotivation of our teachers. On the other side, the endangering of our hardship allowance. Whenever a teacher looks at the payslip, roho inarudi nyuma. Kwa sababu wanasema itaesa toka. We need an assurance from our leaders that hardship allowance is there to stay. Number 2 is political interference in our institutions. We need our HOIs to run in our institutions professionally without any political interference. Equally to the county director.
Hata ukiangalia mbele, then they will see you.
Okay.
They will be able to see.
Equally.
So just talk to this way, then they will be able to see you.
Equally to the county director, after the posting of teachers, wherever the source, let the county director and sub-county directors have the liberty to balance our profession, our teachers, where they see there is vacancies. In fact, I want to thank Madam Mirei for what you are doing, but I know you are facing a lot of challenges. That is why the Anging Valley has no enough teachers. In Elgeyo Marakwet, we have 3 sites: the lowland, the Anging Valley, and the islands. The lowland is seriously a serious shortage of teachers. In fact, some schools have not even a single chairs teacher. None. Lack of network in Elgeyo Marakwet. You know, CPE needs a lot of network for us to Google and do the rest. We need network, especially from the main provider, Safaricom.
Safaricom, and they are here. Yeah. Safaricom, please.
Aseme kitu baada ya hii. And I want to now rumia our HOIs. Jana walikuwa juu ya mawe na miti kwa sababu ya virtual meeting. There is no network. Library. In Elgeyo Marakwet, Honorable Murkomen, there is no library in the 4 sub-counties. Sindo? Let us have one in every sub-county.
within school, or you are saying outside school?
Even outside schools,
Okay.
to be used during holidays. Chess teachers. Our chess teachers, tunashukuru serikali kwa employment ya chess teachers. Madam CEO. But there is poor distribution of chess teachers. Cited, you realize that a school can have Kiswahili CRE 4 teachers with no any other combination. And if the other subjects will be done by primary school teachers. And obvious, chess, you know, qualification to teach chess, you should have a C+ secondary qualification. So there's a problem. And I want to add on creative arts. I heard Madam Murray saying we had a shortage of 113 creative arts teachers. I have asked a few HOIs. Have you been posted? Have you received a posting of creative teachers in your schools? There is none. There is none for creative. Those who teach creative arts are primary school teachers. So I think that one there is 100% shortage for creative arts. Low funding from Ministry of Education. Funding from capitation, capitation from Ministry of Education to HOIs. I think it is still low. They are using funding ya samani, and then timing ya funding. I think on time, our HOIs are demotivated. They lack funds to run our schools sometimes. Tukuje sports. Honorable Murkomen, tuko naibu tugenda sports, especially regions. Our county is the only county without uniform for our sports girls and boys, especially when we are in regionals. So nataka tuangalie chinsi Elgeyo Marakwet watakuwa na uniform, about 250 pairs for boys and girls, so that they present us very well during the regionals. I want to congratulate Marakwet West. They have uniform. Keyo South, no uniform. Keyo North, they have uniform, I think so. Marakwet East and Keyo South, there is a problem during games. But we want some sort of uniform for the whole county. Assessment. Our Kwasos are doing very well. They are trying, you know that. But the terrain of Elgeyo Marakwet, they need to be provided with vehicles, 4-wheel vehicles, so that they can go to the Hange Valley. That is for Kwasos. Our teachers does not fear to be assessed, because they know that when you are assessed, the quality of education will go up a bit. Some have been said. Some zones are too big, Madam Mutahi. For example, I can cite Metkei zone with 26 public schools with 1 CSO. It has the lower side and the islands. Let us subdivide these zones for easy management and assessment of teachers, especially from Kwasos. Kindly, Mheshimiwa, dakika moja. Finally, delocalization. There is a problem. Why is education in Elgeyo Marakwet coming down? Is the quality, the best teachers were delocalized during the first interviews. So they are not here with us. They are outside there. Can the delocalized teachers be returned back so that they can assist with the quality of education in Elgeyo Marakwet? Our delocalized brothers and sisters who are outside Elgeyo Marakwet. And finally is on NEC. NEC. Let NEC be paying the contracted professionals on time. Like now, they have not paid. The minister knows very well. They have not received their dues. And we are going for another cycle. Otherwise, thank you for the event, and may God bless you. Asante Mheshimiwa.
Haya, pigia makofi Bwana Kimurto. Unajua sasa ameingia ofisi vako na moto. Pigia makofi tena. Na unajua sio yote alikuwa anaambia nyinyi. Ingine anataka walimu wasikie. Anaongea na constituency hata kama hawako hapa. Haya, pigieni makofi. Thank you very much. We will come another round. If we come another round, we'll give more people. Kupet. Na kuwe brief. Na usirudie yenye yeye amesema. Oh yeah. So that we Secretary Kupet.
Okay, thank you. All protocols observed. This is Edwin Kipsang Kailong, representing the Executive Secretary of Kupet Elgeyo Marakwet. I'm the assistant. The ES is bereaved. So that's an information. We say poorly to the family. Okay. I have, first of all, is an appreciation to the government of President William Ruto for prioritizing education and offering support. Actually, the biggest funding the education sector has ever received of around 765 million. And the recruitment of teachers. Kupet, we are more of teacher welfare. We have had a record of 100,000 teachers being recruited in the few years. And then we also extend our appreciation right to you, Honorable Murkomen, for the appreciation of the peace that we've had in the Valley region. I know it has had a very big impact, especially to our members who are working there, the senior school and all the schools in the Valley region, and also the support you gave to the people of Chesongoch, especially the moment they had a landslide. Key issues concern for the welfare of Kupet members in that region, Kerio Valley. We have a humble request of classification of the Kerio Valley as an ASAL. If you are there, if you are in Liter, the school just across there, Cheptulel in West Pokot, I think they are enjoying the same, and we would like to put into consideration to our leaders that let's do the extension of the same right across the lower belt up to even as far as the Kochalwa zone. Secondly, to our we have our employer TSC. Actually, we have had plea on the need of improvement of the share services, medical cover. I know there are discussions going on, and it's at a high level, but we humbly request that those discussions to be fast track so that we don't have hitches here and there. Right now, within the setup of where we work as Elgeyo Marakwet, the nearest maybe town that you can get better services is Eldoret City, and we probably think that if more medical cover facilities can be offered across, we are going to benefit more as teachers. Let it again be also be widened the scope even to meet the teachers with special needs. The assistive devices. Kama mwalimu atakuwa anaweza kuona vizuri, apatiwe msaada wa kutosha, and maybe those assistive devices, especially for the different categories of disabilities. Then the urgent review of the CPG. I know with the presidential directive that was given earlier on, when teachers visited the president in the State House, there was a directive that it should be followed. Actually, we are pleading that it should be done, summarized, and we have the most benefit coming to the teacher, the classroom teacher. Thank you. We also have delayed payments by the contracted services that we contract teachers, especially the NEC. Actually, as my colleague has talked about, we have teachers who have not been paid up to the moment, and there is a point circulating information that NEC are strategizing on how to do it, but it is demotivating for those teachers who are carrying out such kind of an exercise. We also plead that we have a structured approach to the issue of affordable housing. As we know, we, the teaching fraternity, we are also part of the contributors. So we also want to have an opinion. Maybe we have a structured approach on which you can also be provided. And also, the government can also use the same to also reach out those areas that are hard to staff. We require those places to also have houses so that our teachers can live and stay comfortably. Now, the JS autonomy. Okay, that is a major concern for us. I know we've talked about 263333. We actually plead that, okay, we need the 3. That 3 brings order in the JS part. I know we have had issues. You've listened about the shortages in terms of the staffing levels. It may not work the way it is, but let's have a way forward in which you can have a structured way approach in the administration, in the co-curricular support, and other services that we have a direct progression guideline for the JS team. We also humbly seek the county leadership to support the effectiveness of management policies in the schools. And also, I've also gotten a point that also the sponsor, we should come handy enough so that we have our institutions running effectively without interference from the stakeholder interference and even the political interference. So with those few remarks, we want to thank the organizers of this event.
Thank you.
May God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was Kupet. Kesha. That is, let me start with primary. Kepsha. Kepsha representative?
Yes, sir.
Proceed. You have 2 minutes.
Thank you so much, sir, for the opportunity. I'm Bishop Kuroi, the Kepsha chairman of Elgeyo Marakwet County. I wish not to repeat what others have said, only to say what has not been said. Number 1 is about Honorable CS Education. Thank you so much, sir, for being in Elgeyo Marakwet County for this very important activity. Number 2, the head teachers of Elgeyo Marakwet County thanks your officer for timely capitation this term. Thank you so much and God bless you. Number 2, Karyafale sub-county. Currently, thank you so much, Madam TSC, for there is a sub-county director TSC. What we are lacking in Karyafale, sir, is sub-county director of education, Karyapali. We, as heads of Elgeyo Marakwet County, we requested that, if possible, say something and we get that director, sir, and we shall appreciate. Number 2, schools without junior. In Elgeyo Marakwet County, we have schools without junior schools, without junior schools, primary schools without junior schools. What we are asking you, sir, is that because of the topography of Elgeyo Marakwet County, there are some schools that I give examples. Kumbulul Primary and Chesetan Primary. The distance is about 15 kilometers away, and a school, for example, Kumbulul, has no chess. So some of those children are to travel for 15 kilometers to Chesetan. It is an example only. So we requested that, sir. Another one. I am also nearly finishing. For education, this is now the life and the real thing. For education, for us to succeed in Elgeyo Marakwet, because we are in the ground. Waziri, we are saying the plain truth. Majority of our schools in Elgeyo Marakwet have not been assessed by quality assurance for the last around 4 years. Why? Because we lack the quality assurance and standard officers. For now, we have 8 and we request for 7 more. Teacher Service Commission. Thank you so much, Madam Acting CEO, for the promotion that we had last. And also thank you so much for the teachers we have received for JS. Majority of them are science-based. We do request the art-based teachers. Also there, we have art to staff areas in Elgeyo Marakwet. And I'll give specific examples. Waziri Murkomen. There is an area in Kenya South called Molol, Uko Chini. It is really art to staff. Another area which is art to staff is Embobut. Another area which is art to staff in this county is Senkwel. So what are we saying there? When we posted teachers there, Waziri Murkomen and your team, let someone not call our director to release that teacher from those areas. Number 2, the members of parliament. Only pass in those places so that a teacher posted to Molol does not look for a way to come to Iten. So we are asking that let us build very good houses there so that our teachers remain there. And then for our MPs, for the success of education also, ECDs as an issue so we need to streamline it in the major in the national government. So MPs, that is your work in the National Assembly. MPs, that is your work in the National Assembly, and also the governors help us there. Also in this county, we have got very big zones, very large zones. That is a fact. As the chair, I know the county like the back of my hand. We have Metkei, which has 26 schools and 1 CSO. And this CSO at Anapai. Another zone is Chesoi zone with 28 schools. And the CSO at Anapai. Another zone is Kapsawar with 35 schools. So we are requesting Madam CEO TSC, Kawanya we request into 2 zones.
Thank you. Maliza.
Na Maliza Waziri. You know, as the primary, we feel where the shoe pinches. We feel it. So, we also have co-curricular activities. Welcome, sir. Daktari Beliwak Sang is arriving. Collaborate. Yes, it's our own. Let us collaborate, Daktari. Yes, karibu sana. So, this is a county of champions. Waziri Nikos, thank you so much for what you are doing in your ministry. So, an achievement we did. We had a boy in Tenterwa Secondary School who represented us in World Junior in USA. There is something I want to say, sir. Okay. He received called, and his trainer is a POM teacher, namely Isaac Kipkore Kitum, TSC number 9946668. He is teaching Kiswahili and theory. He's a POM teacher. Otherwise, thank you so much and God bless us. And as capture, our operation is no below E.
Pigia makofi. Huyu mwalimu wa gold medal. Huyu mwalimu wa gold medal ako hapa? Ako wapi? Na hajawahi is a BOM teacher. Si waziri uzemeko kitu bwana. Yeah, hata kama utapromise utaenda kuona vile utafanya, please. Yani mamaje kitego mwa lakini maya. Sawa keti. Pigie makofi. To get a gold medal is not an easy thing, sindio? And that is a big achievement. Chair wa Kesha, because the things are similar, yes. So try to minimize.
Thank you.
Kuna watu karibu 50 bado wanaongea.
Thank you, Waziri. I want to thank you for convening this meeting, which is very fruitful. Secondly, I thank the CS, Minister of Education, for the good work he's doing. More so, as my colleague has said, early capitation of funds this term. I hope it will continue the same going forward. Thirdly, we want to thank our CEO, Teacher Service Commission, for the fair staffing in our county. In secondary level, we are very, very grateful to her because it's fair staffing. Our CD and the CEB chair has mentioned the issues. Mine is to say way forward. One, concerning the technical subjects like woodwork, metalwork, power mechanics, we don't have those teachers, but there are a few teachers, Madam CEO, who are trained by Moi University, and we have observed them in our school under BOM. If they are there, I think they can be observed directly because they are graduates from Moi University. There are very few, and we have a few schools who have employed them under BOM, so they can be absorbed under Teacher Service Commission. For the principals, my way forward is that let us eliminate these poor grades by ensuring that we had value-added progress in every learner, so that when we are looking at the results, let us look at vis-a-vis added progress for the learner in each category. For the schools which have been mentioned by the CEP that do not have labs, our CS, if there is, you take note of that so that they can be assisted to get the laboratories, the CVO schools which have been mentioned earlier on. Otherwise, we are grateful for this forum, for our CS. Because of time, I will stop at that. Thank you.
Sasa wewe chair, hebu ngoja kwanza. Wewe ni wa Boma, si ndio?
Yes.
Wewe ni principal Boma?
Yes.
Ulikuwa na A ngapi?
I had 4A minus no A.
Yeah. So, kwa hii mambo yote nyinyi mmesema, hakuna kitu mmesema kwamba you will go and do this to make a hebu sema kitu.
I have said,
yeah,
we are going to ensure that there is a value-added progress for every learner, and we will eliminate all the E's and D's.
Yeah.
Yes, in our schools.
Okay, pigia makofi.
Thank you.
Lakini bado. Bado. Nataka mtu moja aongee on behalf of chairs of boards. I know you are professionals, lakini nataka kusikia from chair of boards. And allow me to pick myself. Nataka chair wa Sing'ore girls. Aongee. Yeah. What you need to do differently and why the school has not come back to where it was. Yeah? Alafu chair ya endelea kwanza, nitafikiria kwa hapa. Chair, proceed. Introduce yourself.
Okay, thank you very much. Our CS. My name is John Chemweno. I am the current UM chair, Sing'ore Girls. I'm only 3 months old, but I can assure you that we are going to make great changes. Like I can say now we're the top in athletics in the whole county. And we were lucky that one of the trainers was got the chance to train also in France. And I can assure you that we, from this meeting, I know we are going to do better.
Okay.
Because there are strategies which I know is going to come out of this place. But as a board chair, from my experience is that from these big schools like St. Patrick's and Sing'ore, we have not had proper succession in terms of the principals. Like I can say that currently even our deputies for those big schools, there's an issue. Some are missing. We need to really grow up so that we get people who understand the culture of that particular school. So I think that's what I can briefly say.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Chair. I am told that there are some schools, yeah, just sit. When we were conversing with the leaders last evening, they were telling me, kuna mashule, Madam CEO, you post principals 59 years, 59 years. 59, anafanya 1 year anaenda. Another 59 years, anakuja. So ni kama kuna mtu anakaa somewhere in other counties or another office, akisema, akipata mtu yake, anakuja kureward apitie Elgeyo Marakwet akiandanga nyumbani. So there is no proper planning. So that's something we need to look at. But, Bwana Chairman, sijatosheka. How, no, just it. I'm not satisfied with chairman of board because I still want one more, one day school. Yeah? Huh? Day school. Day school, day school. Wajana Metke girls na Kapsawar girls, they are doing well. I don't want those who are doing well. I want those who are doing somewhere. Ismail Chalanga is a day school. Yeah? It's a day school studio. And it was projected here. Chair Ismail Chalanga. Where's the chair Ismail Chalanga? Ako hapa? Okay, Kisaka. What do you want to say about education?
Thank you so much, CS. What we are doing is we've had
congratulations, by the way. Naisikue one off.
Yeah,
and congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We are working so hard. My name is Biwot Stephen Kisaka. I'm the current chair, Ismail Chalaga. What we are doing is we work very closely with the teachers, the students. We talk to them whenever we go there. Them bring professionals to talk to them as well. Motivational speakers to come and talk to them. We've also been able to set targets together with the parents and the teachers and the students, and we work very closely together, synchronize our targets together as a family. So there is good relationship between the community and the teachers and the students and more stakeholders as well. But one challenge that we have is that is bringing a lot of dropout of these students is fees. Most of the time, we don't get parents paying fees. And so that is part of the challenges that we have across board, especially the schools within the valley. Insecurity has been there, yes, but we managed to, in those day schools, we also ensure that they are safe wherever they are sleeping, and they come to school on time. There's extra time of teaching, including weekends. We've also had an innovation of using STEM teachers to help us because we have shortages of teachers within the school. That's how we work together.
Thank you.
We innovate a way of using the STEM teachers within the environment to help us because we have shortage of teachers.
Okay, thank you. I want PTA chair. Another PTA? Yeah? Parents Association, but at high school. Yeah? When you were shule gani? Singore? Ya Singore wameongea. Watabare yako hapa? No, ama Teber? Kwa cholu hapo? Chia wa Teber? Haya, hakuna hajakuja, so tu mark up hajakuja. Weni wa? Chibara kwa ngavana ngoja. Katumoi? Huyu nani ameinua mkono, shule gani? Okay, Chepsamo. Haya, sema. I was looking for Keyo South, but I was looking for the lower side.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Asante sana waziri wa elimu, waziri wetu Murkomen, asante. Mimi natoka shule ya Jepsamo ambaye ni day school. Mheshimiwa, katika hizi mashule za day school tuko na challenges mingi sana. One being that kwa sababu inakuanga ni mixed day school, interaction ya girls and boys is so high. Another one ni teaching aids and facilities.
Why are you saying, kwani kuna makosa interaction ya girls na boys?
Relationships, sir.
There's even nothing wrong with relationship.
Inaleta matokeo mbaya.
Yeah.
Bad results.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Proceed.
So, mheshimiwa alikuwa anasema kwamba kitu kama teaching aids na facilities siko chache sana katika hiyo shule ama mostly in day schools. So nilikuwa naomba muangalie sana shule kama hizo. Shule kama hii yetu ya Jepsamo kwamba pia kitu kama admin block hawajawahi pata, promise hakuna, gari hawajawahi pata. So ni shule tu ambayo iko hapo kando ya forest. So have a look on that, sir. Thank you.
Nataka also Chebara boys, the PTA chair. And I want to know, the PTA chair is here. I want to know from you, chair, bring the mic. Oh, it's here. I want to know from you, chair, and you speak, don't speak for Chebara only, holistically. We have been told in our interaction before that one of the biggest challenges with our schools here is the involvement of parents in terms of the progress of their children. Let me give you an example. Mimi, as I told you, I'm a parent alliance high school. But there will be a clinic day. I don't know what is the name, they call it what? For I know many parents here alliance wako hapa. Inaitwa clinic? Laksmana inaitwa nini? Academic day. So what happens, we are all called to go for academics day. But that is the day you go and interact with your child, one-on-one. And the teachers, the class, the subject teachers wanalainiwa kwa kona fulani. So wewe unatembea from physics, maths, ukiona performance ya mtoto yako mpaka ishe. I'm the Minister of Interior, but I have to be there with my son. Yeah? Sit there, kusikiza performance yake, nini, kisha. Mimi najua, when he comes home, I know what interaction we'll have with him. I know he has a challenge in this subject and so forth. Now, I'm told in our county, this is what happens. Mtoto moja, sasa mimi kama mzazi ya Elgeyo Marakwet, mtoto yangu moja anakuja Chebara Boys, your school. Huyo nawaachia wewe. Yeah? Nawaachia principal angangane na huyo. Lakini mwingine anaenda Mangu High School. So wakiitisha academic day kwa Mangu, mimi niko hapo, naangalia marks, nini. Nasema ule wa, afadhali hata Chebara is a very big school. Nitasema ule wa Korongo, kuna shule kama hiyo day school, yeah? So nasema huyo angangane, huyu, hata nikiongea kwa barasa nasema, yani hakuna, ungepata hata marks ya kwenda Korongo hapa, uende tu nini. What can we do from this meeting here and how do we ensure that parents are involved in the academic journey of their children in our county? And is it happening in Chebara? Proceed.
Thank you very much, CS Murkomen. My name is Reverend David Kemei. I'm the PA chair, Chebara Boys High School. First of all, I want to say thank you for the opportunity that you have given us today, and even to come to Elgeyo Marakwet County to discuss about education. I want to say I'm a parent in Chebara, and I've been a parent for now, this is my 4th year. And I want to say that in Chebara Boys, I have not seen or gotten maybe opportunity to see that parents are not coming for their clinics or academic days. They have been coming, and Chebara is a big school, it's a big institution. We have a good number of students, and even this year we have also a good number of learners who have come for grade 10. And I want to say that we have been having parents meetings with the students and even interacting with the teachers. And I want to say that, as you said, truly, in some of the schools down here or in this other region, people don't value so much, maybe parents don't value so much coming to see their children, knowing that they are in schools that are down maybe because of the infrastructure and also the road network. But I want to say that we have been having good time with our teachers and parents in our institutions. So I want to say that as the PA chair of Chebara Boys, that school has produced great people in the region and even in our country. I want to say that I want to applaud that because actually it's a good thing. But I want to say, as parents, we are having good time with our children and we are trusting so much schools in Marakwet because actually, one, they get the best teachers. They get also the best students, regardless of whatever it is happening there.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. But bado haionyeshi kwa results. Yeah? I'm not saying for Chebara, I'm saying holistically. I want Principal Kapkesum. I'm coming to Principal. Wapi Principal Kapkesum? Ako wapi? Kapkesum ako nyuma huko. Bwana Principal, kimbiza mic. Simaongea tu kwa huko ni sawa. There is no place which is better than the other. I want you to ask wewe Principal, the involvement ya wazazi kwa shule, both your school but also generally as a principal, umeenda mashule mengine. What is the level of involvement ya parents kwa schools at the level of Kapkesum and below?
Thank you, Waziri. One is that parental involvement is so low. You call parents for a meeting, academic meeting, they come below the actual number which are expected. For example, I have about 30 parents, no 40. You call a meeting, less than 10 attends. Are they serious? More often, another problem also is the issue of gender. That we, as men, as fathers, we have delegated the same responsibility to mothers. Majority of these schools, when they have such academic days, prayer days, it's only the mothers. Majority of them, of course, I'm not saying all mothers, all fathers are not coming, they don't attend. As a result of that, the learners lose up, they don't see that the parents are working with them on their academic work, more payment of school fees, provision of instructional materials is also a problem, and most of the things which are required for curriculum implementation. We have a serious issue. In those small schools.
Thank you very much, Chair. Principal, that is, now, if we live here today without a clear plan on how we get our parents, especially the day schools, and these are the smaller schools, na county schools. If we don't, we must live here with a plan on how parents will be involved in the progress of their children. Na wanaume hapa tusidanganyane. The truth is that we delegate school visits and hiyo maneno mengine to wamama. Sema mimi nimeenda kazi, wacha mama angangane na visiting schools. Ni kuenda kusikia tu mtoto kama anaendelea ama aendelea, atakuja kuniambia. We have to change. And wapi chiefs? Chiefs are here. Nataka chief moja aongee. Because we want you to go and carry out public sensitization on involvement of parents kwa school activities and progress of their children at home. Yeah? So mkitoka hapa, that's among other things, as you disseminate what we've discussed today, that is one responsibility. On behalf of the chiefs, proceed. Now any other thing you are adding on top?
Thank you, sir, for the opportunity. My name is Kiblaga Tandu Chemaringo. I'm the chair of all the chiefs in this county. I'm also the chair of Union of Kenya Civil Servants Marakwet branch. On behalf of all the chiefs, because today naongea kwa niaba ya machief. On behalf of all chiefs and assistant chiefs in Elgeyo Marakwet, first allow me to thank the government and all stakeholders for organizing this important Elgeyo Marakwet Elimu conference aimed at strengthening education in our county. As administrators at the Grassroots, chiefs and assistant chiefs work closely with schools, parents, and communities to ensure school enrollment, retention, and safe learning environment for our children. However, tuko na challenges kidogo. These challenges include school dropouts, our watoto wetu. Sometimes, in the past, we had early marriages, not now. Also teenage pregnancies and alcohol and drug abuse, as it has been said, which negatively affects learners. As we have intensified community sensitization in our barasas and crack down on illicit brews to protect our young people. We also continue to encourage strong parental responsibility, discipline, and mentorship for learners, because education is a shared responsibility between parents, teachers, administrators, and the entire community. On behalf of my colleagues, the chiefs and assistant chiefs, I wish to reaffirm our commitment to support all government education initiatives and to continue working closely with all stakeholders to ensure that every child in Elgeyo Marakwet has access to quality education, sir.
Thank you, Chemaringo. Asante sana, Chief. Wapi, I want students. All the students, how many? No, not the university ones. You guys of JSS and senior school, junior school, now also secondary school, those who are finishing from 3, from 4. Nani angependa kuongea? One of the presidents, captains, nani? Inua mkono. Nimeona mkono nyuma. The rest of you ketini. Mwenye ameinua abaki. Okay? And introduce yourself and your school and your position in school.
Okay, thank you, sir. My name is Christianus Baya. I'm from Kamoi Secondary School. What I want to add is about you can't compare students from St. Patrick's Iten and a local school like Kamoi. First of all, the incomings of St. Patrick's Iten, you will find that they take students, for example, KCPE, 350 marks and above. But in Kamoi, we have even 190, 150, 200 marks. But in KCSE, you will find that a student from Kamoi producing a very good grade, like a B+. That student you can compare with an A-stand of St. Patrick's City. That is all mine, and thank you.
Well, uko na garage na shule yangu. But that's a good point. Thank you very much. Another student leader who is a girl. Ainue mkono, a lady, a girl. Yes, thank you. Kuna moja pia. Now introduce yule yako. Proceed. So you see we are now growing leaders at that very stage. Proceed, madam.
Thank you very much. My name is Miriam Atieno from Chabororo Girls Secondary School. I thank you for this opportunity. And also, I thank you for the opportunity that you've provided for us to come to this meeting. Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to meet you. It's my first time to meet the... I'm really happy. Also, I would like to say that I would like to repeat what my fellow student had said. This is when you categorize schools. You only place the ones with the higher marks in high schools, but the ones with lower marks in the lower schools. This brings the challenges whereby we will find higher schools getting more upper grades like grade A and grade A minus, but the lower schools get D pluses and E. This brings us, we are supposed to, in solution, we are supposed to balance.
That's very good.
1 minute, I would like to say that this, when we discuss, you find that some of us, we don't even understand. When it comes to pains, one of us maybe is the one understanding and the rest do not understand. When you explain the point, the others, there's like, they don't want to hear. Because some of us, we are not the same and we have different abilities when it comes to studies. Other ones, we have talents and other ones also have the ability to learn, okay? And thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you very much. So what those two students have said, thank you, madam. The two students have said, it is good when admissions are brought to schools, a balanced admission, so that the students who have higher abilities can pull the others, not by using their marks, but even by interaction in class. Because I remember when I was in school, if I was not good in a particular subject, I knew my classmate was good in that. So I compliment him in one subject, he compliments me in another one. And I think that is a policy issue that Waziri and your team, you can be able to take up. Yes, I'll go to the university students. University students. Yes, I see two hands. The first one to raise, stand up. Okay, the first to stand up, patia mic. The one in the middle. The two will speak, but start with the one in the middle. Please introduce yourself and to the point.
Thank you. My name is Kevin Kipkorir, the president of the Elgeyo Marakwet Student Association. And I've come with institutional representatives from every institution across Kenya, from Elgeyo Marakwet. And we have the following grievances to the county and recommendations.
You said you're in which college?
At the Catholic University of Eastern Africa.
Okay, proceed.
And we have the following grievances and recommendations to the county. My students have raised the issue of bursary implementations, delays, and communications. The students have suggested that we create a county student advisory council at the county level and develop a digital bursary tracking system which will be transparent to them. We, the Elgeyo Marakwet Student Association, is a registered association under the Registrar of Associations, and we request that we work with the county government. We request for an office at the CEC's Office for Education so that we can collaborate with them. Another issue we face is the professionals. Majority of us, we know 4 or 5 professionals from the county. We only know of Kochei, Dr. Elgeyo Ruto, but the rest, we don't know. It means that the professionals lack a clear structured way of communicating with the people and the students from the county level. Another issue is we request that the county leaders create specialized programs in schools and facilities in each and every ward to train youth with soft skills such as computer and IT skills. this the MCS, the MPs, and the current senator. We will wish that you copy what the senator for Trans Nzoia has done, like creation of computer apps, because majority of the Form 4 leavers, like in my case, I come from Embobut, and I'm sad to say that, like in my village, I'm the only person at the university levels since its inception. So you can imagine the other people, wameenda wapi. Another issue.
Why are you laughing? Embobut is not a village, so it's. Which village is that? Proceed.
Another issue. County governor, and we have it, and we wish that we give it to him. And then other issue is the issue of mental health. To curb mental health, with the Elgeyo Marakwet Students Association in Nairobi, we have created a sports competition that will call together students from the 4 counties, that's the Murang'a, Kajiado, Kiambu, Machakos, and Nairobi at JKUAT for unity, mental health awareness, drugs and substance abuse. And we call for help from professionals, citizen comrades. So Kimfuka Gidogo, if you can help us with football kits, the balls, it will be a good thing.
Thank you.
And the last one, no, my friend will.
Yes, another one in continuity to that. My name is Jairus Kilimo from Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology. We are willing as the university or Elgeyo Marakwet University Students Association to impact home. But the problem comes to our professionals. For instance, if today, because we've been doing mentorships in our county, you will realize that we are the only people coming to ground, thanks to the likes of Tim Kipchumba and Albert Koche. But we would wish really to have our professionals with us. I will talk about public administration. Who will speak about law? If we will not have someone who is practicing already the law. We would really wish that the professionals, starting from here, as the students, we know that whom are we really working with from our professionals. Because we know Murkomen is the CS. But he also, again, wears the heart of a professional. It means we need not to struggle to reaching to him. Another one is the comrades' welfare. It is disappointing that I'm standing here to report that I'm in Elgeyo Marakwet, and I have 2 students from Marakwet East who did not sit for last semester's exams. I tried to reach out to our member of parliament. I'm not shy to say. But what I was told in the office, I did not find him. But I was told that never speak about you finding him or not finding him. We are suffering as comrades. We are fighting for our people in Nairobi, but we are struggling to reach these people. Number 3, to CS education. We have a problem of health. Our brothers in the private universities, these are Kenyans. But you will find they are given only tuition fee, not upkeep. What do they consume? We've talked here about drugs. If we will not take care of that, I know, I love data. Elgeyo Marakwet is 51% still at the poverty level. It means our parents are struggling. When you're going to school, what you will hear from Elimu. But how will they even make that phone call if they are struggling back at home? It is catastrophic. I hope that from this forum, the professional will help us, the Helblom will help on that. Another thing is about universities. Thank God because of what His Excellency the President of this Republic has done. We have a well-structured way of addressing the university issues. But you will realize again, there are still discrepancies in schools. I'm a leader already in the school JKUAT. But you will realize that the fee communicated by the government is not what the school is demanding from us as the students. That tells you there is a gap between the national government and the university. I hope, Bwana CS Education, that you will follow up on the execution of the policies, because that is the problem that makes Kenya not progress. Number 4, and the last, is about diversifying our county. It is bad to report that I'm from Endo, where drugs is really the boy child. If we will not focus on taking care of the men, we will certainly even be endangered species as human beings, because those are the people who carry the seeds. So we need to see of how to have a serious mentorship. When I was schooling, I knew that education is all about the student, the teacher, and the parent. We've heard that the parents are not working with the teachers. And if a parent can't come, he can't even understand my results. Then the teacher will be telling me, you're just as silly as your parent. It will demotivate me. It will make me not even pay much attention to my academics. I wish that every school in this county, from this forum, will go and have such a forum, bringing all the stakeholders in that schools. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Pigia Makofi. I am very sympathetic to university students. So is there a lady, a girl, who is there? Yes, a lady. Now you are a lady, not a girl. Proceed.
Thank you very much. I'm Jeruto Kiplagat Silva, the Vice President, University of Kabianga. So I have 3 points to add on. First, to what the CS said. We have 13,000 learners from Elgeyo Marakwet doing their KCSE, and only 13% to 15% makes it to the university. Let's say higher institutions. Where is the larger percentage of 8,000 plus people going to? I think as stakeholders, we need to look into where these learners are going. This is where we get many youths indulging in drug abuse. So we can't blame mostly us, but we blame also the education system. Secondly, about finances. We have CDFs both engaged to our members of parliament and our women reps. Why can't we have, as Elgeyo Marakwet, a huge number of these funds put together, then divided equally among the sub-counties, so that at least we can motivate others? You know, wamesema kuna wengine ambao kupata school fees ni shida. What are we doing as Elgeyo Marakwet to boost these learners who have the capability of doing well in academics? Thank you.
Well done. Thank you, Sylvia.
I still have a point.
Okay.
Yes, I'm a student leader also Mount Kenya University. My name is Jeruto Sharon. I'll go direct to my issue, which is the security of students in universities. Most of the universities, most of us students, there are some of us who are not staying inside the school, that is the wholesales. So in this case, we will just urge the government and the university stakeholders kindly to help us to find even a way that will help us solve these issues of security. The second one is the strict loan repayment framework and complex application process. Graduates, we are not yet graduates, but the graduates have raised these issues. After they are done with their school, they'll now find out that in addition, the loan application process remains complex for many students, whereby these graduates, they will struggle to begin the repayment immediately after completing their schools, which is a very tough way because they are not even aware of where they are going. Another one is the limited support for student innovation and entrepreneurship. Universities, they host many talents, contribute significantly to the national development. However, support for student-led innovations, research, and even the entrepreneurial initiatives. Many students, they lack access to innovation hubs, seed finding, and meta programs that could help them transform their ideas. And we urge that you look on that.
Thank you.
Yes, and the last one is the mental health. This has been suffering most of our students. Some of them, you have even, lately you've heard that some two students, they have died because of even other issues. We'll really
how to reach our schools.
Very good.
From universities, high schools, junior secondary, and primary school.
Thank you,
Thank
Dr.
you.
Are you still a staff in my ministry?
No, I'm a lecturer at Kenyatta University.
You quit administration?
I want to come back, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. We can make you a county commissioner now. Okay, thank you very much. And I want a professional from Keyo South, but the lower side. The side of either Soy North or Soy South. Yes. Proceed. Alex?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see you. Sorry.
Thank you, Waziri. All protocols observed. Good afternoon. I'll be brief in my comments. I am in the TVET sector. And as TVET, firstly, Bwana Waziri and Waziri, both Waziris, is that as TVET we've been doing much. There's been a lot of effort in mopping up our students so that they can be able to join in to the TVET colleges. We've been making effort so that we can ensure that we have, as we have 100% transition from primary to high school, we are also making efforts so that we can have 100% transition from high school to colleges. Some of the challenges, Bwana Waziri, is most of the catchment areas of students joining TVET is from humble backgrounds. So all interventions, for example, bursaries and so on, and any other intervention can help in terms of finances. We kindly request for those intervention. My next point is about alternative economic activities by the young people. Wanafunzi wetu, Bwana Waziri, and each one of us, is that when a young boy, for example, when he's in high school, he started getting sources of income, anaanza kujifunza boda, anaanza kufanya biashara, so that by the time the student finishes high school, he's already on money making activities, and by the time anamaliza anatakana kwenda college, anawachana nayo, and it is going to derail their academic journeys or their progress.
Thank you,
and lastly, Bwana Waziri, I think I hope our principals have, I think they have something, our TVET principals, they also have some presentation.
I know. I'm coming to that.
Thank you, sir.
Principal Kipsoen TVET, National Polytechnic. Ilipitishwa na cabinet, ililetwa na waziri, tukapitisha Kipsoen akuwe National Polytechnic. Is that the principal?
Thank you, Waziri. My name is Joseph Pito.
Are you the principal?
Yes, Waziri. I'm the
okay, thank you. Proceed.
Yes, my name is Joseph Pito. I want to appreciate first by the government for elevating the Kipsaya National Polytechnic to be a national polytechnic. And I want also to say that we appreciate that all the TVETs in Elgeyo Marakwet County are functional and active. We have 4 TVETs, and all are actually working very well, and we have students. In our TVETs, just as my colleague has just said, we are actually doing a lot of marketing, and our TVETs are known in our county and also all over in the country. Again, Waziri, we want to appreciate the government for the recent adjustment of fees from 35,000 per module to 67,189, which is now becoming affordable for our trainees. Again, we want to appreciate the government for the construction of student villages in our institutions. The challenges that we face in our colleges, Waziri, is one, lack of equipment. We are requesting the government that actually facilitate our institutions in Elgeyo Marakwet County and also include workshops. And a very serious challenge our trainees are facing is delay in help loan disbursement. We are kindly requesting that this one is disbursed timely so that our trainees can get ample time when it comes to fee payment and also their upkeep. Possible solutions to our challenges, Waziri, is let us allocate more NGCDV bursaries to our trainees and also increase sponsorship to our trainees.
Come back. I want you to speak after this. Proceed.
Thank you, Waziri. I'm saying possible solutions are, one, allocate more bursaries to our trainees from our NGCDF, and a good role model is actually Keyo North constituency, which has been allocating our trainees a lot of, more of our trainees bursaries. Again, increase sponsorship to our trainees. we are requesting that collaborations between our NGCDFs and banks should actually support our trainees. And we have an example of KCV Bank, who has actually sponsored 500 trainees in our institution through the intervention of our NGCDF. So we are kindly asking other institutions to do the same, and NGCDF. Also increase grants to some of our institutions. We have Kerio-Fale TVC. If scholarship and grants is given to that particular institution, we are very sure that the enrollment is going to go very happy in that institution. Otherwise, we really appreciate the support that you are given as TVET institution. This is an area where it is going actually to take our country to Singapore. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Chepkorio V, it's called Vocational Training College. Do we have the, what is the name of, is it principal or manager? It's called manager. Is the manager here? Of either Chepkorio or the Iten one, VCT? VTC, not VCT. Although the other one is also okay. That is from? Where? Iten. Yes, Kilimo, proceed.
Thank you, Asiri, for this opportunity.
You have 2 minutes only. We are now under pressure.
Yeah.
Proceed.
My name is Mark. I'm the manager, Iten VTC. Being an institution that is managed by the county government, we are the devolved part of the education sector. We are doing well, though there is immense challenges. What I concur with the principal, Kipsoen National Polytechnic, that we don't have resources. Since devolution, we have in our Elgeyo Marakwet County, we have this EDA, which the money of the country is managed from the ground. I request the county assembly, we were here today, that they can amend the county fund, that we allocate certain percentage, because that thing is not clear. When I read, it is so open that the CC decides allocation of funds to VTC. We are requesting that if we can allocate even 0.9%, it is equivalent with what we used to get from national government before devolution. That is on grants.
Thank you.
To support our students.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Asante sana. I want to go, sponsors are very important for education. Article 2, Section 2 of the Education Act defines a school sponsor as a person or an entity that provides financial, infrastructural, no, I don't want to, that one first. Financial, can you read for me? You are the lawyer team. Financial, can you look for section 2 of the I'm very particular on this issue. Section 2 of the Basic Education Act, 2013. Section 2, definition of a sponsor. Because we don't want a sponsor who is, just read for me, I'll repeat here, I'll hear you. Soma tuko hapo. A person or an institution who makes a significant, underline the word significant contribution, an impact on the academic, financial, infrastructural, and spiritual development of an institution, of higher learning, of learning. Maana hiyo maneno bishop, spiritual, academic, infrastructural, financial, and spiritual. You see the problem, haijasema or. Now I'm telling you of rules of interpretation. And my senior here, Waziri, in the legal profession will tell you, if it had said or, you could have said, okay, mimi ni wa spiritual, or you choose financial, or you choose infrastructure, or you choose one of them. you must be holistic as a sponsor, 100% around all these functions so that you gain your personal status or position as a sponsor of a school. The second issue is that on sponsorship, a sponsor is influential because it says the county education board in consultation with the sponsor. Sponsor kwanza anakaa kwa county education board, alafu tena the law says in consultation. Yeah, will appoint the chair of the board. You know? Isn't it namna hiyo? Sini chair ya board hivyo namna hiyo? Sasa, so what has happened in the past in this county and other counties is that influential sponsors dictate the chair without consultation. But the sponsor is influential but is not giving financial, infrastructural, and anything. They only come one Sunday to pray and they go. We are not saying prayer is bad. We don't even have a chaplain in the school that we would say they will provide counseling and support services to the school. So sponsors who are here, we have to work together to achieve your status as sponsors, but more importantly, not to curtail management of schools and make the school at the mercy of a principal or a chairman of a board or members of board that may not be able to contribute positively to the development of the school. So therefore, despite all that I have said, okay, okay, but here team, Mike, give him the mic. I read it once.
So Waziri, the same law under section 56(7) says that despite subsection 2, a faith-based sponsor who does not make a significant contribution and impact to a school or institution shall not be consulted in the appointment of the chairperson of the board of management of that school or institution.
In spite of the fact that, despite the provisions above, if you are not making significant impact, you shall not be consulted. So sponsors, please. Sometimes umefanya kesi huko nyumbani ya barasa ya who is the sponsor. AIC inasema tulifika hapa mapema, Catholic anasema hapana, katekista ya kwanza kwa hapa ilikuwa ni gani? So the answer is in the law. You just ask who is making significant contribution this school, huyo ndio anaitwa sponsor. On behalf of sponsors, I want to call 2 or so sponsors, institutions. The most prevalent institutions in this county is Catholic and AIC. So from the Catholic faith, I want a padre, a father. Wewe ni sponsor? Yeah? No, ngoja kwanza. Tuko a very serious matter hiva. Father, proceed. Introduce yourself na useme kitu on behalf of sponsors.
Thank you very much, Waziri. My name is Father Matthew To, Education Secretary, Catholic Diocese of Eldoret.
Oh, very good.
I take this opportunity to say thank you for the forum. Number 2, Mheshimiwa Waziri, you are a product of the sponsor. St. Joseph's Kitale and St. Patrick's Iten. You are a son of a catechist. Now, Reverend? Yes, the past speaks a lot. And we are happy here. You have said about the sponsor. And before the country had gone into education, the missionaries came and they were carrying the Bible, and where the church was constructed, a school was there. The church was a bit ahead before the government. And as we are here, the church looks like we are the parent who, at that time, while we lived in the grass-thatched house, today the MC of the day was saying that they are happy that they are daughters, and when they go home, the mother does not know the price of the sugar. and I take it seriously. The same parent used to provide sugar. The same parent used to provide food. The same parent took this child to school. What happens when I'm able to build a Gorofa house and I say, I no longer have a parent? Do I disregard the parent that now you're no longer insignificant? No. Today, we speak about the value that the sponsors place. Catholic Diocese of Eldoret holds, in terms of the 400 and something primary schools, we are over 150. In the secondary schools that we stand and hold here, they are over 60%. That is, out of 144, we are over 70. And thus, it is the story of a growth that when the church looked at Kerio Valley, that is over 90% of Kerio Valley, you cannot speak of any other sponsor but Catholic Church. And as we speak about that, we need to interrogate the role of a sponsor for spiritual part, the role of a sponsor for also, because a Catholic education speaks about holistic formation. That is in terms of spiritual, moral, and academic. And when we speak about Elgeyo Marakwet, those are the values that we want in our schools. Those are the things that we want to impart in our institutions, so that as we are able to bring a society that is growing. Allow me to say that in spite of that, we play our role. Number two, as we talk about the growth of institutions in our county, is about the value for integrity. I've heard speak about the performance of our school. There is a deep discussion that we need to interrogate. The performance and the growth of our institutions. Looking at the past and looking at the present. Interrogate those performance, not just we say, yes, it is the best. I want also, as we make that interrogation, then go into the schools that they look that they have not performed well, and then go into the transitional way into the life. The other day there was a picture of information that look at how the students have changed from this course to another because they are incapacitated. Integrity. Number three, when I was young, when you go to school, in the evening, you will come back and you are told, go and bring cows back home. Go and weed, fetch water and come. The response is that we wanted to integrate the growth of economy of our home and also the interpretation that tomorrow I'll pick one egg to buy a book, I'll pick a liter of milk to buy. That is that. So we must also do our local development. And I used an example some few years ago when you were the CS of the road. I was dropping down to Chesongoch, and somewhere near Chogor, there are some Wazes who normally sit along the road. And I asked them, Kilia oret mriju? Then they said, yeah, oret. Denyuru, CS Murkomen, mojine waso, kunyuko taune barabara, yubaga. Nimetafuta nikuone na kuambia leo.
Thank you, Father.
I'm finishing.
Okay.
Equalization of schools. Equalization of schools. We have our national schools and we have up to C4. There is a need to grow these small ones. I know C1 and C2 enjoy the national capitation vizuri. Look at the day schools. Day schools, tunaweza ongea, they are at the mercy sometimes. They get even the capitations and contributions from second term na kwenda third term, wakati in terms of, because kuna nusu inatoka ministry na kuna nusu inatoka CDF, support ya chakula, support. Look at that. Number 4, naomba tusikate. Grow these schools and make them grow better. Number 5, interference also. Putting my person is another thing. Let us look at the holistic formation. And number 5, there was mention of the special schools and the other special need. I know we enjoy the 90% of it, and sometimes we confuse the question about small homes and the special schools. The church makes a home for those who are learning near those schools. We allow that. And the last thing is about our TVET, Mheshimiwa PS Moria. We are part and parcel of the institutions here, for example, Kipsoen. We are members here. We like to see that the sponsor takes a great responsibility in participating and caring for that. Otherwise, in this sense, we remain faithful, we remain strong, lakini sponsor abaki tu akifanya hiyo kazi. We'll want to see nisasau na kada. We have problems with drugs and issues to do with the substances. Yes, vijana wako wakati wanashika watu wamebeba bangi, they will say hii bangi ni shilingi milioni 5. Wametoa wapi bei yake?
Once you weigh the kilos, you know the price.
Kwa hivyo inauzwa?
Yeah.
Kwa hivyo inauzwa?
Of course.
No. Mheshimiwa, it is an illegal thing that you not allow, but it is better not to say the price, because tomorrow, mimi sijaijua bangi ni milioni 5. Tomorrow I look for it.
No, thank you. Thank you very much, Father. Father, the price of all the illicit things are known, because we know their market, where they sell it and so forth. And so when you say imepatikana of this amount, you have to quantify, and that's part of the things you do, go to Kotini. For your assurance, Father To, for your assurance, we know what the church does, as you've said it very clearly. Even financial support, it doesn't have to come from the priest. But the church can mobilize its members who are its alumni, wamesoma, wamefanya, to continue. And Catholic Church does that all the time. We are called for Mavuno to support a small home, to do this school support of this program. What we were trying to say is that the church must be as involved continuously as has always been, and must not only focus on the spiritual, but also ensure that they check, especially management. Because of the role of the sponsor, we are emphasizing that the role of the sponsor in appointing the chair of the board also translates to the principal. And we have had situations where when principal is transferred, sponsor causes chaos. Because, and I like what you said, Father, because of mtu yangu. So nasikia sasa Father To anasema mimi director of education sichakubali, hiyo sio mtu yangu. So inakuwa shida. And the same to MPs or minister or somebody else. We want to see the schools are done better. And for your also comfort, as a son of a former catechist, I'm building the biggest school in Marakwet, in Embobut, where Father Reynard started the school. So you are in comfort. For the road ulichelewa kidogo. Although kunipata, the road now karibu iwekwe the first black top. It is going on very well. And we've made sure that we put good resources to tarmac the road. So it's ongoing. Thank you very much. Father Bishop Kipsoi. You are always known for being brief.
Yeah.
Thank you, my bishop.
Yeah. I'll try to be brief. Yes. Okay, thank you so much. Allow me to appreciate this forum. Number 2, as my brother said, the church, and I used to say the church is not an appendix when we talk about education. before the government formalized education, even way back, John Rebman and Ludwig Grab started education. And we want to thank God, even in Elgeyo Marakwet, we cannot speak of education or schools without the church. Allow me to mention what we do as a church. Africa Inland Church, we are sponsoring 130 public senior and primary schools, 8 mission schools owned and managed by the church, 43 public senior schools, 1 public TTI, 1 MTC registered, owned and managed by the church, 2 theological colleges registered, owned and managed by the church. Allow me again to say we are also running and manning agricultural training college registered, and we thank God for our madam for assisting us to register Jepteba agricultural training. And this one we own and manage it. We are also sponsoring 2 public vocational training centers. In the AIC Church, especially Elgeyo Marakwet, I have 2 education secretaries. One is manning Keyo South and another one Marakwet. Allow me to mention some activities that we do. We have annual education and birthday, and with me here, I have, last week we had Education Day in Marakwet chapter, and our guest of honor was Dr. Laxmana Kipto. And tomorrow we'll be having Keyo chapter, and our guest of honor will be PS Treasury, Honorable Chris, and will be done at AIC Kapitony. And this is the program I will share with you. What do we do? What do we do in this annual education and birthdays? Rewarding schools who did well in KCSE exam, awarding certificates to teachers who did well in their subjects, motivational talk from invited guests, dedication prayer for candidates. Number 2, annual workshops for POM chairs, members, and principals. We have that annual. Number 3, capacity building for chaplains. Training. We are training them on pastoral care and counseling, youth counseling, management of grief, trauma and recovery, counseling skills and techniques. Number 4 is that we have in the county what we call in my office Bishop's visitation to schools. I visit all my schools in Elgeyo Marakwet, motivating, praying, and even having forums with teachers. Number 5, annual AIC Elgeyo Marakwet champion exam. And with me here, I have last year's champion exam results. I will also share with you how we do it. And as a result, our guest of honor, the above activities have given us a sense of improvement. We have started to harvest some clean A's, and we want to thank God. Allow me to mention challenges, and then I'll sit down. Challenge number 1 is what we call sluggish leadership. That is the worst. Joshua was told, it is you who will take these people to inherit the land. So we have a great problem with leadership. Leadership from the professional, now the principals, and even the POM chairmen. Some of them when choosing, you may think he's a good person. But akiingia ndani na kuwa mnyama. So may I say, effective leaders create positive cultures that drive performance and foster innovation. Leadership is not only merely about authority and title, but it is about building, modeling desired behaviors and empowering individuals. Number 2, so katika hii slackish, nikisema slackish leadership, kuchikokota. It is as if in Elgeyo Marakwet, wewe unajua, yani Elgeyo Marakwet kuko bien mood. Yani ni kuchikokota, people are not active enough, aggressiveness hakuna, nakuta tu watu wanasukuma. Ambia mnaendeleaje shule mwalimu? Tunasukuma mbele, tunasukuma kwa barua. And we are all an outcome of somebody, of aggressiveness. Number 2 is external and internal interference. I was talking about this word interference in physics. Ikasema, constructive interference occurs when 2 waves collide and combine. But destructive interference happens when 2 waves collide and cancel out. Kuna interference ile mzuri ambayo inaunga mzuri, na kuna interference ile mbaya ile na collide na kuleta maneno ovyo. So we have, and so most of us have mentioned, interference with the systems of the school, political interference, professional interference within. Even some teachers are wanaanza kukun, wanaanza kampuni au hali ya ile naisa slow wanaita nini? Go slow ili kuangusha principal. Kuna hiyo interference ya politics. Kwa sababu hata nyinyi si watu wazuri, kwa sababu hata mko na mtu yenu. Na mnasogoma sisi kukubali mtu yenu. Na huyu mtu yako asalishi. Na kama asalishi sisi tukikataa, tunasema sponsor amefanya nini? Ameinterfere. So ombi ni kusema kwamba let us avoid destructive interference to school systems and management. We want to ask our politicians, let us respect each other. We are all professionals. We are all professionals. The scripture states that each of us should look not only to your own interest, but to the interests of others, considering others better than yourself. Mwalimu kama principal kwa shule, let us show some dignity. Let us dignify. Hata kama mimi ni pastor, mnafikiria nilienda Bible school kusomea memory verses. See, dignify me, dignify my memory verses. Because I'm a professional. Hata katika culture, kuna watu ambao wanatoa chepchugu, kibyugu kikiingia kwa poma, lazima kuna professional ambao anang'oa. So, naomba CS kusema ya kwamba let us avoid interference. Kwa sababu kuna kitu kimoja. Hii interference, na ndio nitaje ya mwisho ndio nimalize, ina cause chaos. Na Biblia nasema kwamba where there is conflicts and disorders, there is nothing good will come out of that school. Lastly, lack of adequate support and supervision. When you compare private and public schools, kuna shida kwa public, kwa sababu supervision iko less. Unakuta staying close inaenda mbali, strong supervision from school. Jambo lingine, lack of sufficient support from parents, personal, professionals. Na hata ulivauliza swali hapa, ulisema tuseme, and I like always I say we should be real in order to be right. Uliuliza professionals, how do you engage yourself to your schools? Wakaeba. In their presentation, hakuna moja atasema. So I think kitu ile na haribu Elgeyo Marakwet ni kwamba our professionals are not identifying themselves with their primary school, with their secondary school. They are not identifying themselves. Alafu wakati ikikuja election, wanatuletea huyu ndio mtu wa kuchagua. Hata mchinga amerevuka, ngoja tutaona. Okay. Wacha tu nimalize kwa kusema, wacho wewe ulinichokoza kusema usiongee mengi, ningeongea kidogo. Wacha nimalize CS kwa kusema, the scripture talks about making in Matthew chapter 12 verse 33. It says, make a tree good and its fruits will be good. Or make a tree bad and its fruits will be bad. For a tree is recognized by its fruits. Let us make our children and schools good. We are makers of our schools. Let us make them good and we will have good results. Siniseme tu alafu ni hand over hii kwako niseme. Hata wale wa kuchora wali hand over. Hata mimi wa kuandika nita hand over.
Asante sana.
Sasa
kindly hand over to Waziri is our chief guest. Pigia makofi Bishop. To be fair to you, Bishop, since you came to office, the schools have improved. Where you have always gone to, they have truly improved. And as I said earlier, Pigieni makofi, our two sponsors. Between Catholic and AIC, I think the schools sponsorship is about, Catholic is 60%, maybe AIC is 30%. These are two charges that possibly sponsor 90-something% of the schools in the county. And when they speak the way Father Toa aliongea na Bishop Kipsoi, I ask myself, then where is the problem? I think the problem is also in collaboration, building a collaboration so that everybody who has good idea, finding a middle ground on how those good ideas can be implemented. And if we live here today, one of the resolutions is to find a more collaborative approach towards doing the work we do. Pigeni makofi sponsors. Now, I am pressed of time. Yeah, I'm completely pressed of time. Yet I still have some categories sijawapatia nafasi. So if you promise me those categories that you will just go really on point. CSOs have been mentioned severally. CSOs, you know? Yeah? At least one person here CSO aonge. Yeah? One TSC, one ministry. So TSC, CSO, 1 minute. And if we can really try to do the 1 minute, our chief guest has been very patient with us. Let us also try to move.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. Mine will be 1 minute. As CSOs, we accept that the grades were low. And that is why we had a program even from the beginning of the year where we have introduced, and even the training was done yesterday on TMEC. TMEC says teacher induction, mentorship, and coaching. So we have already champions. And already we have learned from our pilot that we can pair one school to another one and they improve. An example is Moi Tambach and Kaburi. So already we have some solutions in place. Also, we have proper mentorship from our leadership. That is from our county director. But sir, we have a problem of facilitation. As a CSO, I'm not facilitated. I use my salary to move from one school to another one. And if I get a sponsorship or a partnership, I will also be compromised on the other side. But now we have a program that is going on between the CSOs, KEPSHA and KESHA. So we are going to our schools. And maybe at the end of the term, the board of management will get their reports. We want quality teaching so that we get quality training and then we get quality grades. Second, sir, we are the CSOs. I am a C5, and I advise us a D5, which is impossible. I'm a C5. I get a professional guidance to a D5. So at times, our promotions becomes an hindrance for our service. Sir, we have learned the goodness of collaborative work. We work with the ministry seamlessly. So we move from CSOs and quality assurance together in one school to another one and give a collective report.
Thank you.
But sir, allow me to say, Kepsha were given chance to be in State House. Kesha were given, but why not CSOs? And we are only 1,500 in the whole Republic of Kenya. Please allow us take our regards. And I have a petition here, sir. Allow me to hand to you.
Yeah, please hand over to your minister.
Thank you.
Makofi from the ministry. Kasa, inaitwa? Kasa. Kaso, yeah. Sisi tunajua DEO, APSI, yeah. Sisi ni watu ya zamani. Kaso, representative. Ni nani? Wewe? The gentleman in the middle or where? However, yeah, you can do it. Proceed. Please, another 2 minutes. You can see the CSO took actually 2 minutes. Proceed.
Thank you. From Quality Assurance and Standards Desk, we'll have very brief remark. Our issue had already been raised in earlier presentations. As a county, we don't have adequate personnel for quality assurance and standards. We lack transport means to facilitate us do the work. But despite the challenges, we have been able to meet the targets given. Each year, we are expected to assess 30% of all learning institutions, which we struggle to attain. However, given the support, we would like to do 100% assessment. Thank you. We look forward for support.
Waziri, I see a challenge in your ministry the same as the one we have in Interior, where AIE is not there for the officers to be able to move around. And you also have a similar challenge with me, where the vehicles are few for purpose of moving around. So I think I will support you in the cabinet when you make a case in that direction, but also maybe you find an innovative way. What I told the county commissioner is that for every car we have, they share as the county or sub-county security team as you progress. So you have to find a way of giving at least one. There is no reason why the TSC person should not go with the same car with the ministry person and whoever else to work together as a team. I want to give now, to close in. Yes, wewe ni nani? That is representing who? About? Give him 1 minute. He has been raising his hand throughout.
Thank you. My name
Introduce yourself.
My name is Shem Atiagaga Vilembwa. I'm a school teacher. I've been teaching in St. Patrick's Iten for 14 years. And I'm also a certified chess instructor by the World Chess Federation. I've also worked as a secretary, chess in schools, and a Chess Kenya Federation.
Very good. Speak on sports.
I'm going straight to the point. Thank you, Mheshimiwa, for this opportunity. We have seen chess grow in Elgeyo Marakwet from 2 students to thousands of children. And we ran over 80 tournaments when I was still a teacher at St. Patrick's Iten. And with the support of the school administration, we were able to induct our school, St. Patrick's Iten, so that the children going to international events were in their big numbers. So Elgeyo Marakwet has been outstanding in chess, and we have seen Singore becoming #1 overall in Kenya, and St. Patrick's Iten becoming #1 overall in Kenya for 5 consecutive years. In other words, Elgeyo Marakwet is leading in chess education in Kenya. And we are very happy and we are grateful for the support we have been receiving from the school administration in St. Patrick's Iten. We were requesting for the following. In as much as chess was introduced in education, there was no public participation which was done to introduce chess in education. We are requesting that it should be done properly so that the stakeholders also give their opinion on the best practices. And then secondly, we need also the children to be taught chess properly in Elgeyo Marakwet, and I'm suggesting the following, that in each sub-county, they allocate a day. The CSOs are here, and the quality assurance. They allocate a day where children, let's say 10 children from every school, or 5 children from every school, to assemble in a given venue, and then they induct children in chess with special instructors. Then we are also requesting that teachers should be involved in chess in education, as it is being implemented in school co-curricula.
Thank you, Mwalimu.
Thank you so much. I'm through, and may God bless you.
Pigia makofi. And to close that part of sports and education, Tiren, on behalf of Matters Athletics and the like, although I'm not in athletics, I'm in football. Proceed.
Okay, thank you very much. Our chief guest, the CS Interior. May I take this opportunity first to say this is a great forum where we let our people know what exactly going on in the world of sports, particularly athletics. Let me start by saying that this county, from time immemorial, has been the greatest county. If we go back to way by 1968, St. Patrick's, I think, was the school that did very well. Cardinal Otunga, Alliance, and Kapsabet boys used to do great, and that's why they produce the best people that has actually branded this country greatly. I would like to ask Waziri ya kwamba the program that used to be there, all those old days was great. Nowadays, you've crumbled all the programs. For example, having cross country today, track and field, surely in a day, and these kids are small. I want you to go back to the old system that we used to have. The first term, we used to have ball games, decathlon and heptathlon and cross country, so that they prepare for the second term, track and field. And another point is also that there are schools in this county. You've mentioned earlier St. Patrick's and the Singore. I would like to recognize what St. Peter's Marakwet used to do, which they are not doing now. They are doing great. I want to also commend what Kimron is doing, what Kamosor is doing, what Kamo is doing, what Kondabilet is doing in this country on matters athletics. They are doing very well, and our primary schools. I want to challenge our CSOs and the teachers who are here today. This issue of training kids for 2 days, it's not actually good. What is the essence? You have enough time to give them the opportunity and let the teachers, and Waziri is here. If you go to our schools, there's no skills being impacted on these kids. You see kids playing volleyball alone, playing football, and very few teachers. And those teachers must be recognized and must be appreciated, as the colleagues who said that one earlier. And lastly, I'd like to say that this is the home of champions. In the last concluded World Cross Country that was done in Florida, there were only 2 gold medals and came to Elgeyo Marakwet. Where the only 2 gold medals came to Elgeyo Marakwet. So I want to say, Waziri, when you go, nilikuwa nasikia tukiwa kwa watu wanakujua. Kenyan are known because of athletics. That's our biggest heritage we have. Even the President of America acknowledges that Kenya is a powerhouse. American powerhouse kwa ile mambo mengine. Lakini sisi kwa athletics we are number 1. Kesho Waziri, na nataka nishukuru governor for those who went to Miramas. We want now to have the real training for the coaches. 1 day is not enough. We need to train them now. We need to train them now to be satisfied and to be recognized by world athletics, so that they become the real coaches on the ground. Karibu kesho kwa county championship. Yeah. Waziri kule Kamoe, I hope that nimesikia unajenga shule huko. Yeah. Jenga na utengeneze uwanja mzuri. I have my members here, chairman Simama, and my team. Wapi team? Otherwise, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. On sports facilities, we have the new CEO of Stadium Management, Mr. Kilimo. Can you say one word? We have 4 academies that needs to come up in this county. I know that is under the
Kenya Academy of Sports.
Yes, yeah. Kenya Academy of Sports. But also, how far is Kamarin, and what can you do for us in a few schools to facilitate mambo ya sports?
Thank you so much, Waziri. My name is Timothy Kilimo, the Director General, Sports Kenya. My mandate largely is on the larger stadiums, but as you put rightly, we work closely with Kenya Academy of Sports, and in Elgeyo Marakwet, we are constructing 4 academies, one in Kapchebau, the other one in Kibigos, the third one is in St. Patrick's, and that is for some good reason, and the fourth one is in Chepkorio. I had a chance of visiting these facilities last week. The one in Iten is at 20-something%. The one in Chepkorio is at 35%. Kapchebau is at 20 or so%. Kibikos just started. It was handed over to the contractor. What we will do is to endeavor to finish those ones to ensure that they are ready for purposes of sports. But of course, I know it was around the time you were in sports that these things were put in place. I'll do my best to add a few in a way that will help the county. On Kamarin, we are going to bring back the contractor, and I want to make an undertaking that this time round we will finish Kamarin. I've been on Kamarin for many years. When I was in PDU, I came in 2017 to Kamarin. Sadly, I was in Parliament the other day to answer questions on Kamarin, which is a stadium in my place. The problems were done by other people, but of course, as a government is a going concern, I have a duty under Sports Kenya to ensure that it's done, equally to Kipchoge and the rest. What I want to ask the county government and also the other players, when you want to do a stadium, or a field, let's first of all be sure that we are going to finish. If not, let's not start it, because we will interfere with the sporting events in the schools. Secondly, I will undertake to support talent development through Kenya Academy of Sports, because that's a sister institution. We'll be running academies, and we want to register a number of schools. Some have been registered already, but we will add more. Kamoy, Jemanada, even my school, Kapswar Girls, now I want to make sure that we also have a pathway and a strong one for sports. St. Patrick's, of course, we can't even mention. That's given. We want to do something. So in all those, we will need the political support from the county as we do our part as executive.
Thank you, team.
I wanted to say something on 2 things on the professionals, so that because I've been in these issues of education for long. I started with Kerio Valley as a board member, but where I changed a school is Kapswar Boys. When I came to Kapswar Boys, I found the school was going down. In fact, the community at that time, and Bishop will attest to that, had said, if possible, why don't we change Kapswar Boys to be a prison? So that watu wasiendange Tambachi, ikuwe karibu, watu watembelee wafungwa wao karibu hapo. But I moved it from 160 students to, by the time I was exiting, ilikuwa 600. And it was a sub-county school. By the time I exited, it was an extra county schools. I only did 3 things. Number 1, I made sure that the principal does his or her work. In this case, it was largely because there were 3 principals when I was there, including when a lady acted as a principal for a whole term when we had an issue with they promoted my 2 principals, so I had to make with what was there. Now in Moi Kapswar Girls, I've done a bit. I wanted to proudly say that the 2024 class of Moi Kapswar Girls, 5 girls have been admitted to do medicine and surgery for the first time in the history of the school, and probably in Elgeyo Marakwet, because producing 5 medicine students in a school is a big achievement. So, professionals, in your neighborhood, in the door where you came from, or the school where you are closer to, just ensure that you do something meaningful. Then we will not do so much talk, we'll do the work. Thank you.
Thank you. This one has harassed us all the time, including flying students to Nairobi to motivate them. So those A's were also, you tortured us. Let's give Kimurto to now close that part of professionals. I had said I'll give Professor. No, before that, I was in sports. So let me just finish with Lorna. Lorna, what can we do differently from a sports perspective, from a person who, not necessarily a teacher in school, but from a sports person? What can we do differently to grow more talent? And we begin in Makofi Lorna Kiblagat. She gave us the ground here for free to be able to have this meeting here. Thank you very much, Lorna. Proceed.
Asante sana, Bwana CS, our guest of honor, CS Education. Of course, you've been welcomed and you are welcome again. As you sit here, you are sitting at my sitting room. So, karibuni sana. Number 2 is like, okay, I wanted to make 3, I don't want to repeat myself, but I wanted to make about 3 things that I think it should happen. Everybody has spoke about parents' motivation. And my dad would have been now 120 maybe, but when we were doing sports, when we were running, or there is a competition, especially like a county championship, and we lived like 5 kilometers away from home. So my parents would come for that. So they are also, apart from talent, motivation, it is also bring back, as you teach as whole, bring back that thing like the parent indulgence in the growth of a child is very powerful. If my dad, and he was if my dad came all the way to motivate me to run, you would not be seated here today. And I was like, oh, what a shame. He came, or my mom and my dad came all the way from afar, and I was like, oh, how so those kind of things, it really helps out. Parents cannot say just go give to the teacher and naishi. We have all to be all together. Number 2, teachers. Nimerudia number 2, eh? Wacha nirudie tena number 2. Number 2, teachers, because we are talking about education. I think a healthy mind is a healthy body. So the more you engage also your students in exercises, like for me, I'm surprised already that we are seated for all that long. Mi nimetoka, nimekimbia, nimerudi, nasikia kutoka, nimerudi, so that mind function mzuri, but maybe our minds are, minds of people are a bit different. Maybe yetu ni kidogo. Na ya wengine ni kubwa inaweza absorb, it can absorb more. But I think physical exercise is very crucial. The more they active the student, the more they listen, the more they absorb also in studies. So put it, I would say put it like, make it, how can I say now? Yeah, like make it a
habit.
Don't assume it.
Yeah.
Please put it in. In that case, also us as athletes, what wanasemanga athletes, they are not very smart, and we don't accept it because we don't speak out. But for now, we really we know what we are doing. To calculate to run 42 kilometers, now win gold. Unafikiri ni michezo?
Pigia makofi.
And then some people tell us, saile unakimbia, unafikiria nini? We say we have a lot of calculations on the way. Feel how your competitor is feeling. Know when you are going to. So we are also very good in mathematics. And number ya kusema, I would like to also give a little bit of what Lorna Sports Academy is. So Lorna Sports Academy, it was a dream. Saa ile ninakimbia, saa ile ninaenda, unajua, at some point I did 300 kilometers per week. And saa ile huko na long run yenye polepole, tulikuwa tunafikiria tufanye nini? What can we do? What can we do to improve our people? I came here first to invest in athletics. And when my colleagues asked me, why are you investing in the bush? I say, because I see hope. And this hope has brought us here today. Wow. And as I continue to finish, and thank you so much, Bwana CS, for giving me, this is a rare chance. And well, let's make use of it. And I would like to recognize Honorable Jepiton. And he's seated next to me. I don't know why he was put to sit next to me. Without him, I would have not acquired this piece of land. It is about maybe 60 acres, and this land, we wanted to do Lona Sports Academy. And Lona Sports Academy, we have no idea. We are just, and mutatusaidia, tukukuja kwenu kweli mutusaidia, kwa sababu hatujui kenye tunafanya. So, so the idea was to teach, when some people said, students wengine walipotelea wapi? Si tulikuwa tunaona, kwanza wasichana wenye wamepata A, ama A, B, ama nini, all the boys are going to run to them, they make them pregnant, and then they are wives at home. So hapo walipotelea wengine. So, we wanted to teach real life skill, entrepreneurship, sports management, business management. As athletes also, we wanted to understand contracts. Thank you, because you are both lawyers. As we just sign, a manager or musungu, unajua tukiona musungu tunatetemeka. So, anakuambia to sign, and then you don't know what you are signing. And then you are in captive for 5 years or whatever, because, so we wanted in this sports academy, which we are still dreaming of, and I thank you so much for coming, kwa sababu inamaanisha kwamba mumeweka muhuri yanse. We wanted to teach about anti-doping, we wanted to teach about gender equality, and and sports science. So we have a lot of dreams, and this is part of education, and education is here now, and we hope you will help us in the future and give us some guidance, because we know to run fast, but we don't know how to bring this. So we are already by TVET. We are registered by TVET, but we don't know even if we belong there. But now we are talking to we are now talking to a university to see if they can help us run the whole thing. But this is the story of Lona Sports Academy.
Pigia makofi Lona. Lona, we tutaongea nyuma ya tent. We will agree how to support you. You must be supported. Whether it is my colleague or CS Ogamba, fully supported. Now, we are almost at the end. Yeah? So mnajua hata tumeongea mambo mengi. Do you still want other people to talk? Now I just want the last person, or the last two people. I want to give, I know they have been raising their hands. Please allow me to just give one person. I want to give Tim, whom we've done some work together, kwa Mentathon, to speak about in some mentorship and motivation for young people, for the students. But in 2 minutes, as an aspirant, speaking as a professionally.
Thank you, CS. I'm guided, it aside. CS, the country spends 1 trillion every year on alcohol and betting. 1 trillion. 70% of that is betting. 70% of that is betting. The other 30% is alcohol, which means that we spend about 80 billion shillings. 80 every year. In the country, about 450,000. Even in 2023, going 2024, position of 10%. And to blame the professionals here. Country is spending the reason that is really consequential is because young people don't believe that their own effort can get them what they want in life. I listened to Honorable CS when he came to Chepkok, CS. I was slightly younger then. I didn't have the gray beard. There was no politics. And you spoke. And you know, you were in high school then, you were in college then, you had just begun, Nore, to speak a little bit like you. But that came to speak to us in high school. I would really like that all of you, if possible, that can be a marathon, where you do 2 hours with us every single year. The reason this is powerful is because we want more people to say it's possible. If CS could come from Mbabut, Sengwer, and become the CS interior in this country, because someone like Wakili Ogamba can rise again. I'm supposed to be the people's senator. Rise again, other people can rise again. If all of you have good stories, and they say the best way or two about yourself, so that you can give a line of sight for a young. Susan did this, Professor Chesarek did this, Laxmana did this, other person did this. Just maybe, even I might be able to do that. And the reason that is consequential,
thank you, team.
We have 10 million young people. There will be no chance that we can give all of them jobs if they can believe that they can be entrepreneurs, they can be professional, that will go.
Team.
Thank you.
Lastly, really spend time. Professor Cheruiyot, on behalf of the university, you are really helping us in this county to in the establishment of Kerio Valley, and Eldoret University is going to be the mentoring institution. And as we work together to make this dream a reality this year, Professor Cheruiyot, much for being with us, and you've been
God is good, and all the to the students who are in our universities. Oh, sorry. at the universities were saying. And they mentioned many things, but two things stood out. One of the things they talked about is on mental health. And Waziri, there is this rule, or there's this regulation of 300 meters from the educational institution, the issue of where the alcoholic beverages and whatever is located. You see, that rule or regulation has a loophole because we were trying to enforce and or the fence. And many of our students also are staying outside. So I think there should be a way of crafting a law to ensure that not just the institution itself, but even the surrounding. Number two, the other issue that I listened careful about is about funding. And Waziri, as universities, we are trying to work on the issue of funding with our ministry and also the National Treasury and other stakeholders, including Parliament. The MTI is being improved to ensure that students are able to be funded correctly. But the challenge that we have is that even if the MTI identify the funding need, there is that funding gap that is always there. And we are thinking, how can we ensure that that funding gap is bridged? For example, ensuring maybe household can pay a little more so that we don't live a lie. So Waziri, I want to thank the ministry and the government for the new funding model. I think with working with other stakeholders, we are making progress. And I think going forward, there is something that we are working on. And finally, about the university, Kerio Valley University, we've had engagement with the commission at Tambach. And we are waiting for the final outcome, though there's only one little challenge of the transition of where the college is going, but the leadership is working on it with your leadership, Waziri, and we want to thank all the stakeholders. We are almost there. We are at only 2% remaining, and with your support, we'll reach there. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prof. It must be a reality. Tulianza na wewe from 2013. So this time round, tukiwa hapa, na rais akiwa, na waziri mwenyewe ako hapa, that has to be a reality. This sitting down ya waziri for 4 hours must give birth to something, and I'm confident that will happen. Professor, nilikuwa nimekusahau. I called you many times and then I forgot about you. Tupatia 2 minutes, alafu memorandum unaweza tupatia.
Asante. Thank you, Waziri, and thank you for the opportunity to say something on behalf of professionals. And the first remark is that I don't remember having a conference in this county. So we really want to thank you for thinking about this conference that has brought all of us. Since morning, as professionals, you said we are killed as charged. We take the responsibility. We've been whispering, and we know, although we have so many responsibilities in boards, we sit in the management of primary schools. We sit also as chairman of the boards. Most of them are here. But when you look at the results, it may not be as good as what we intended to achieve. Kilimo and even team have clearly indicated that we can do something. As professionals, we are going to really do something in the schools we are in, and even request for more additional responsibilities to be appointed in the schools. One of the things that we need to take quickly is even the data. When you look at the data presented by the ministry, it needed more in-depth analysis. So we suggest, Waziri, that this, because I saw 100 and something is from Keyo South, there was some 90 something from Marakwet West is. We want to really, if we had done a proper analysis, we could have allocated where that is. So through our chair, Susan, I think we have responsibilities we want to take. We also
We are happy if Kerio University is going to be a reality. I was steering the chairman of the steering committee after Professor Jeriot. So when we handed over, the governor gave me responsibility to steer it, we handed over to the ministry. I'm happy that the minister is here. The professionals will be very happy. The way CS is saying, kabla mwaka iishe, even the community will be very happy. The last one, or just before the last one, is about the issues that professionals face. It is very true. Frustrations of professionals sometimes come from what we have already said. There is political interference. We cannot dispute that. There is inability for professionals to penetrate some of the appointees in the boards. And you know, professionals are very, very busy. When they come, they want to contribute and then follow up. It is good that we have said that the results is the principal. And the principal and the chairman of the board, if some of us are in the boards, I think when you check 2025 results, there is progress. There is progress. We also request that these audits from schools, can it come so that they become also part of the audit for the professionals? We see where there is progress. How come that Kapsawar or Marakwet or Metkei is succeeding? We need to really share those information, both from audit, because there is big governance issue. So Waziri, let's have some of those audits come to our group so that we can analyze. I want to commend several professionals who have done some good job. One of them, which we really need to mention, is Anna Biwot. Annie Biwot. Annie Biwot has built a very good school in Chepsigot. It is doing very well. Maybe we need to clap. Silently, she's done very, very well. We also have other groups, St. Patrick's High School. We have ourselves and professionals there. We have Kamgetik. There is one interesting support by one of our professionals where our whole school was put tiles and
to offer support. If you need mentors to the students, we have chaperones who support our Equity Leadership Program team to come and mentor the teams on the ground. We are available. We have 2 branches in this county, and we are willing to support and ready to support.
Thank you, Madam Ruto. Sidian. Thank you very much, Sidian. And then Safaricom have spoken. And whom have I forgotten, Susan? That is where?
Syrian.
Syrian, oh yeah, I thought you were not there. You did not?
No, I'm here.
Okay, proceed.
Okay, my name is Paul Mutahi. I'm also from this county. I am the head of operations in Syrian. At Syrian also we like education, and we are working on a program now to work with NGCDF to have tanks in the school, because also the health issues of schools, I mean this WASH program, I mean the... Okay, sorry. Maybe I'm not used to this so much, but I was saying we are working with the NGCDF, and we, right now we are rolling out a partnership with the NGCDF to have tanks in schools for water supply, for schools to have clean water. But we are working on a program that will support the schools.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sidian. I was introducing former MPs. Proceed. Who was the next one introducing themselves? It was, no, not you. I'm talking about this county. Yeah. Yes, Mheshimiwa.
Thank you very much. I'm Honorable Lina Jabi Kilimo, a former MP for Marakwet East constituency. I just want to support the issue that story sells, because I had a story and I'm here because somebody told a story. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa. And then we have advisor of the Deputy President and former MP Keyo South.
Asante sana waziri.
They will see you more if you sit there.
Okay.
That is the essence of the project, otherwise nobody will see you.
Asante sana. Asante waziri, as you said, I'm Jackson Kiptanui, former member of parliament for Keyo South constituency, and allow me to make where to kwamba we have all spoken here related, and we have also provided solutions. Kila mtu ametoa solution. I think the question that we need to ask ourselves is how do we actualize from today, ili kwamba tusimalize leo hii na tusahau mpaka next year. And I have a proposal. Maybe we need to come up with a call and say, let's go back. We go back to our villages. Bishop Kipsoya has spoken very well. Hata mimi nikienda shule yangu ya zamani, mahali nitoka over 30 years ago, wanaweza uliza wewe ni wa nani. So we are there, we have succeeded elsewhere, but we are not known by our villagers, we are not known by our schools, because tulienda na tukaenda tukienda. I want to request our professionals that we play a role, we go back to our community, tufanye kazi kanisani, tufanye kazi shuleni, and we shall make some great impact. As we do that, Waziri, I have a solution. We have heard from the high school, from the university students, ile kazi wanafanya. I would propose that even as we plan to go back as professionals, we support the university students warudi mashule. Kwa sababu wao wametoka shule juzi, wanajulikana kwa primary, wanajulikana secondary school, and they can do a lot of motivation. Let's support them financially na watufanyie kazi kubwa.
Thank you, Mwesh.
Asante sana.
Asante sana. We have the chair of SEPU, that is School Equipment Program.
School Equipment Production Unit, Waziri.
Yes, and he's also a former member of parliament by his own right.
Thank you, Waziri.
Mheshimiwa Busiene.
Thank you, Waziri.
Say one word.
And, maybe, Waziri, before I continue, maybe I would like to actually recognize the people from Cebu. I have the CEO with us here. I don't know where he is. Then there, and then we have director from this region, that is Dorcas Kimwetich. So, Waziri, I want to say that, Waziri, as in Cebu, we have a very unique product, that is a mobile app. Because I heard somebody saying that building a lab as I know, expense is about 5 million. And also, as in Cebu, we have innovation of a mobile app that can be pushed from one class to another class in a lesson, Waziri. So I call upon all the principals who are here and the chairmen of the school and the Waheshimiwa to pass our stand there, outside there, and check those products. Then you come to our institution to purchase. Quite a number of members of parliament from other constituencies have visited our place and they have purchased. So I call upon you, members of parliament from this region, special region from our home, visit our stand and check those products, and you will get a very, 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 very important product. Thank you very much, Waziri, and continue, Waziri, like that, and roll this program to entire country. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We have also the representative from NGCDF board, and NGCF plays a very, very, very integral role in the support of school infrastructure. The board member who is present here is my friend and former colleague. We served together in the Senate, Senator Naomi Masitsa, aka Scoop. Scoop is very important because when she was contributing in the Senate against sexual offenses, especially rape, she said, Mr. Speaker, the solution is to scoop. So proceed. And I don't want to say she was saying we scoop where. Proceed.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Buenos dias, my brother. Yeah, we are still scooping, of course. And I'm very delighted. I'm very happy to get this opportunity. My name is Honorable Naomi Masitsa Shionga, former senator nominated Kakamega County. I served with Mheshimiwa Murkomen, and I'm happy that we are serving together with you, and I'm in your county. Thank you so much. Not to take so much time, I just want to say NGCDF is a very, very important, significant, and it plays a very significant role when it comes to our constituencies. And we work together as partners, especially when it comes to bursaries and infrastructure in schools, not forgetting any other infrastructure that we need when it comes to our students. Lastly, I'm very good in time, and you know very much how I go with time. Elgeyo Marakwet, as we are celebrating you in this conference, we have around 4 constituencies. That we have Marakwet East, Marakwet West, Elgeyo North, and Elgeyo South. We have offered, or we have given, the year 2004-5, we have given over 872 billion shillings, and we are still supporting million, and we are still supporting, and we are there. Singapore tutaenda na tuko hapo because we have all these partners. Thank you very much.
February next year they say huko tu ni kuangalia, lakini Kenya, just say jambo, don't your name and something. I think that's the last institution I wanted to recognize. Proceed.
Thank you, Waziri. I'm representing the CEO who was not able to be here. But KLB is a strategic partner for all the stakeholders who are here today. We are a state corporation wholly owned by the Ministry of Education. And our work, one, is to provide authorship opportunities for Kenyans. So every Kenyan here who can write is allowed to come to KLB, will author your books free of charge.
Thank you.
One more, if you allow me. I had issues being raised by NAT, TSC, and quality assurance officers about retooling. KLB has in the past partnered with various institutional bodies to offer retooling opportunities for teachers. So please welcome, partner with us, and we'll be able to make sure that...
Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. And you have an exhibition here. Yeah, we want to finish so that people can pass through the exhibition, for all the exhibitions that are here. Now, I think I have tried. Yeah, sinimejaribu. Kusukuma. Speaker, one word. Speaker, Assembly.
Thank you. I'll keep it one word. Two things is about we are politicians, but from the discussion, we promise not to interfere. I commit on behalf of many of us. Second and last is let's go back to where we came from. Motivation plays a very critical role, and we are who we are today because of others. Thank you, and God bless.
Very much, Speaker. That is if that is the speaker. You may come here, I think it's better. Yeah, just come here. Use this one. And help me call your colleagues, and let's try to use the shortest time possible.
Thank you very much, Waziri. Let's give Waziri makofi. Waziri, I want to take this opportunity first to congratulate you for organizing this wonderful event. And for sure from today, Elgeyo Marakwet County is now geared towards academic excellence. Let's clap for all of us. Waziri, before I invite my colleagues, 2 years ago when I was given an opportunity by the great people of this constituency, first I had to check on the academic performance of our institution. And for sure it wasn't and part of some of the resolutions that we, apart from what most of the people have said here, including are not taking there to pursue academics. People are using like a day school in Wasingishu High School that is transiting students to the university. Number two is the issue of the interference that the bishop said. And for sure, interference is across. It's a very broad. Bringing some administrators ambayo wana zitizo kwa sababu kuna kuzalisha mali, kuna kuzalisha masomo na kuna kuzalisha watoto. So lakini tunafahamu kwamba ilikuwa kwa maneno ya kuzalisha nini? Elimu. Kwa hivyo I want to urge you members, my colleagues who are here and these congregants that kwa sababu the problem that we are having here is societal problem also. Some of the priorities that we have as a community is actually opposite. And I'm saying this because you have a meeting with principals and board of management. One of their priority is only focusing on infrastructure. So we tend to focus and put academics number 3 and 4 uko nyuma. Kwa hivyo, because we have said a lot of things, I don't want to repeat because we have touched in one way or the other. Let us now have a way forward of ensuring that we disseminate this information to the grassroots level, and also neighbor and a friend and a colleague Mheshimiwa Daktari Gideon Kimayo to also give his brief remarks, and has agreed you can come here, Mheshimiwa. Come.
Our guest of honor, Waziri, your colleague Waziri, all other leaders who are here, good evening, or it's afternoon. Good evening. First of all is to appreciate Waziri for organizing this conference. I think much has been said from morning up to now. I don't have to repeat myself. For me, there are only two things that I will emphasize. One is leadership. Hata tuseme hii hapa kutoka asubuhi mpaka jioni. The person who is in charge of a school is a principal. If the principal wants that school to succeed, that school will succeed. So the challenge goes back to leadership. So it's about us now to go back and support the principals. If we support them, and I can use the example of the principal Metkei Girls. Every now and then, the principal of Metkei Girls will call the PS, will call the governor, will call the MP, will call the stakeholders, and she's trying to bring everybody on board to ensure that the school succeeds, and in the long run, we get the results. So I challenge the principals that the buck stops with you. Hata waziri aseme nini mingi ama mimi ama nani, the final person who will have a say in a school is the principal. The leader of this country is His Excellency the President. Sisi tutalaumu mawaziri, watu watanalaumu nani? Wanalaumu President. At the docket of Interior is led by Waziri Murkomen. They will not blame the ACC, the DCC, they will blame Waziri. If it is education, they will not blame the teacher, they will blame Waziri who is here. So, number two, education is very expensive. There is a lot of investment that goes to education. And I'm sorry to say this, Waziri, we have commercialized education in our country. Money will take the child to academy in primary. And everybody is trying to take that child to an academy. And then those who are managing now the schools which has been left out, the people in this room, how many of them in our village schools, the primary schools? Maybe are learning somewhere else. So we need, as a policy issue, to balance the issue of academies and the issue of the schools now which are run by government. Kipsanai, I'm finishing. Last but not least, Waziri, kindly support us with. I know there is funding from World Bank, but the policy that you have put in your ministry, you are saying schools with less than, I think, 20 or 30 children, they are not getting this money. So in our place here, not everywhere is flat like this. You hear of schools which are being mentioned here, like one in my constituency, like Alwal, like Teber, and the rest. They are in topographies which you cannot have more than even 10 children in a school. And if you tell them to transfer to another school, they'll have to track for almost 5 or 10 kilometers. So you need to support us. Don't just use the number of students in a class as a parameter. Finally, I have heard people talk about political interference, church interference, and all that. But again, we must also look at positive interference and negative interference. Because we cannot just watch as members of parliament, a school is falling and you just tell us, don't speak. We will speak. Because, let me give an example. A school in my constituency called Simotwa, there have been 4 strikes in 1 year. So you expect a member of parliament to keep quiet? We will speak out. But now, I like what Waziri has said, if we resource the county education board, we'll have somewhere where we'll take our issues and talk as all stakeholders so that we can talk about all these issues. We bring the judge in, we bring the politicians in, we bring all other stakeholders and we solve issues in an amicable way. Thank you so much.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa. Mheshimiwa, that is what we call positive interference. Now let me take this opportunity to invite Mheshimiwa Wakili Timothy Toroitich. Karibu sana Mheshimiwa.
Thank you so much, Adam Skipsanai. I will ride on all the protocols observed. Asante sana Waziri Murkomen for being the patron of this wonderful initiative. Waziri Megosa, asante sana kwa kuja. I'll be very brief. One is I want to take the opportunity to sincerely thank all the education stakeholders in Marakwet West. As you've read, as it was displayed here, Marakwet West has been leading for the last 2 successive years, 2024, 2025 in KCSE results. So pongezi sana all the stakeholders from Marakwet West. Number 2, all the issues mentioned here, they need legal and policy interventions. I have already drafted a legislative proposal to amend the TSC Act to take into account the empowerment and the facilitation and definition of roles insofar as CSOs are concerned in this country. I have also noted that that under the recent amendment of CDF Act, the issue of sports was removed. That is why the issue of uniforms are not there. I have already initiated drafting a proposal to reintroduce sports as an activity within the Constituency Development Fund. Number 3, in terms of special needs, setting up a special needs secondary school within the county, we have agreed and we've talked here with the MPs that each of us, through the kitty of CDF, will contribute around 10 million each so that we set up a special needs secondary school within our county. Finally, VC Cheriot, you've said that it is true that the law on the 300-meter distance was not clearly defined in the law, but the courts have interpreted it and they have said the 300-meter is outside, is defined from the boundary of the institution. Asanteni sana na Mungu abariki. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Wakili. Now let me take this opportunity to invite our senator, the senator of the great county of Elgeyo Marakwet, tumpigie makofi Mheshimiwa Kisang. Mheshimiwa Kisang, karibu sana.
Good, okay. All protocols observed. Good afternoon. Mine is very brief. I have 3 issues. Issue number 1 is Waziri. You said St. Patrick High School was among the top 10 or top 30. During my time and Chris Kiptor, in A-level, we were top 3. Iten was number 1 or number 2, Mangu and Alliance. So we need to go back to the glory of St. Patrick of 1980s. So if the principal from Iten, St. Patrick is here, please listen. We want the glory back. And the board chair. Number 2 is, I want to request all our professionals, starting from myself and the CS, let us all go back to our former schools. Let's go to our former primary schools, former secondary schools, and I promise CS that I'm going to go back to Jesetan Primary School and Chepkum Primary School. And then Chebara Boys and Iten, so that we put time, we speak to the boys, we speak also to the girls. Our BOM members, there are some members who volunteer to take up positions in the board, but they don't attend meetings. A chair of a board delegates a villager who is in the board to chair meetings. In the past, when I was then before Marakwet West, there are some chairs who would attend 1 meeting in 3 years. That will not help. If you have been chosen by either by the community or the sponsor, please let us be committed, go to the board, assist the schools. Number 3 is to our members of parliament, members of constituency. When you get principals who are performing, if they don't support you politically, please don't interfere. Support them to run the schools. Finally, before I call my colleague, Professor Kamar, is Madam CEO TSC. You heard what the CSO spoke. A CSO is in grade C5. And you expected that particular CSO to supervise a principal who is in D5. The request from CSOs, they told us earlier, if it is possible, move the CSOs from teachers' payroll and take them to the secretariat and push them up. Yeah, you see they're clapping. That's what they said earlier. So that at least they can manage well. You know, you cannot supervise your boss. Yeah, you can't supervise your boss who is earning more than you. At least we want to thank our MPs because they've agreed to set up the special high school special needs. Finally is our students in the university have spoken. I want to promise the president, the national president, the challenge is the reason why we have not been able to meet you. During our days, there were only 4 universities. University of Nairobi, Kenyatta University, Egerton, and Moi University. It was very easy for leaders to meet you. Now we have over 40 universities. It's not possible to meet all of you. So maybe what we need to do, I can take up the challenge as the leader for elected leaders in Elgeyo Marakwet County to meet the national leaders, and then we can sit down with the CS, with the PS, and all the leaders, and we will see how we can help you, how we can support you as a team to go around and talk to our students in the schools. That is what we used to do in the university. Actually, it was not the professionals who were going around. It was more of the university students. Because there were few, it was very easy to help them. So I want to call my colleague, Professor Kamar, to say one. Oh, she has left, eh? Then the deputy governor, maybe, or you just give the governor directly. Okay. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Tupigie makofi our senator tafadhali. DG, kwa sababu time imeenda, labda upatiwe, because we are an educationist, wacha apatiwe just a minute to mic, ama kama iko mbali akuje hapa. Okay. Just a minute.
Thank you so much. Of the staff of the county government, allow me just to recognize the CCs who are here and the COs. Stand up, please, and directors, be upstanding. CCs and COs, we are here and we will work with you fully to support this. Secondly is to say, Waziri Murkomen, you have made history. We want to thank you very much for bringing this historic event to the county, and now we will work with you closely to make sure that we form a county education committee or a caucus that will now move to make sure that each and every one of us is going back to their primary schools. We each one adopt a school. And finally is to say, Waziri Education, karibu sana. Sisi tunaomba kitu moja tu. Hiyo story ulisikia maneno ya university, leo umefika, education team is here, sema neno moja na roho yetu itafurahi. Asante sana.
Thank you very much. Waziri, KVDA, I hear, simame tu penye yako. KVDA team, they have been supporting us to drill water. Chairman is here. He has drilled water in so many of our primary schools across the valley. And Waziri wetu and the entire and leadership and all protocols observed. This opportunity on behalf of the community to appreciate you as the including the PSS for taking your time to come. We don't deserve, we are a very small county. Andika zamani 1960. Best of the best professionals. It is possible. Ya pili, Waziri, I want to request you CS education. Kuna kitu our education, our director has said. Umeona mahali sisi tunaanguka, we are doing well in primary. And you have seen in primary we have enough teachers. But in secondary we are doing very badly. CEO TSC, you are here. Leo ile ya jioni. So that we can finish that section shortage of teachers. The second thing is to our principals. Principal and head teacher of our primary. Sonko amesema from today tukitoka hapa, let us localize our problems. Go home, ita mkutano na chief yako na assistant chief. Na uache kiburi mbali. Ita mkutano na chief na assistant chief na tuongee what can we do to have this school change from today. Start having annual meetings ya book harvesting, computer harvesting, hiyo vitu ndogo ndogo hiyo yenye nasumbua shule. Have a meeting of all former students and establish a permanent alumni forum in every primary and in every secondary school so that they can support you annually to run your programs annually. Tusikuje kwa hii mkutano kubwa, fanya yako huko kwa kijiji pole pole. Kama hakuna mbuzi, tafuta professional moja anunue mbuzi amalizie huko. All professionals we go back home. The third one, Waziri, is about cost. And I want to request my MPs who are here, including you, Waziri, as a leadership. Itabidi tutafute shule moja in almost every sub-county or in almost every ward, ambaye tutasanya watoto wote needy na wana uwezo kabisa. Tunaomba chakula kutoka kwa CS ya school feeding. Hii shule yote sema hapa is that sisi kama county we are dealing with ECD and TVET. Hii inaitwa VTC. We have 18 out of 20. Waziri tumebakisha 2. We are going to build those 2. By 2027 we will have 20. One ward, one TVET. We will be done with that one. The second thing, we are remaining with less than 100 classrooms ya ECD. We are finishing our ECD. The third thing, our teachers wa ECD wamekuwa wakiwa na challenges from 2013 mpaka saa hii. This month we are confirming all of them to permanent and pensionable so that ECD. There is only one challenge. The director said our population in secondary school now is around in per class is around 60,000. Sisi kwa Elgeyo Marakwet saa hii watoto wetu ECD ni 30. So there is a problem hapo mbele in terms of population. 30,000 against 60,000. So population is going to be slow. So at some point there will be some painful decisions that will be done. Finally, as we finish, principals, Nilienda jana Kapsabet Boys na Waziri Murkomen, and Belio was there, and Chris. The principal of Kapsabet Boys is the principal of Kapsabet Primary. Is the head teacher. Actually, there is no head teacher in primary. He is the principal of Kapsabet Boys and the principal of primary. Na uniform ile anavalisha primary na secondary ni the same uniform, same logo. Mtoto mwenye anaenda primary anajiona kama yeye ni Mungu. Anajiona kama yeye ni mtu ya Kapsabet Boys. The principal has very good strategies. I want to request the chair of principals and the chair of Kesha. Why don't you even one day in your meetings, don't even go all of you, call that principal, akuje aonyeshe nyinyi a few things that he's doing to make Kapsabet Boys what it is. Na tusiongelee pesa, because I know many people are saying here, tunahitaji pesa ndio tupite. Mimi nataka niombe Mungu. Ikiwezekana siku ya leo, Chiglet Primary, where I was in school, same as Chawis that Murkomen was there. Chiglet Primary has better facilities now than 20-something years ago when I was in Chiglet Primary. Chawis is better now than when Murkomen was there. It does not matter the infrastructure that we have today. Tutaribu kutwist what we have. Software kidogo with what we have. Hata tukitafuta billions we may not get. For now, why don't we twist the small things, learn new things, learn new areas, eliminate this, eliminate is. Tufanye tu tufunze watoto. Kama mwalimu anafikanga 8 ama 9 akuje shule 8. Kama anafikanga 8 akuje shule 7. Twist a few things that can be changed without money so that we can be able to change this county. Otherwise, with those many remarks, nataka niseme asanteni sana. Ile basari yetu ya county will be advertised this week. All of you vijana wetu wa apply to the university students. Kisanga said you need to be facilitated. I want to offer myself at the county, all the county vehicles. Nyinyi mjipange tu, ile siku mnataka kuzunguka, we will provide you all the county vehicles to every ward. Mzunguke kama university students, sisi kama viongozi tuweke mafuta so that you can continue talking to our children and supporting them. Otherwise, kwa hayo mengi, wacha niite waziri kwa sababu ya kazi mzuri amesema. Chiefs mkifika nyumbani, tufanye campaign kama ile ya pombe. Hii campaign ya education, mimi singekuwa governor, I can tell you for free, if I had not gone to school. Kama singechangiwa, singekuwa hapa. Waziri angekuwa hapa. School is still the shortest way out of poverty. Ikiwezekana, wakati tunasema pombe ni mbaya, mimi nataka kila mmoja wetu in this room today, ukishika microphone kwa mazishi, ukishika microphone anywhere, sema masomo imeenda chini, tubadilishe masomo ya watu wetu so that we can come back to those days. Karibu sana waziri, tupigie waziri makofi moja. Mbili.
Asante sana.
Asante waziri, karibu sana.
I think tunafikia mwisho sasa. Mtanikuruhusu tu nifanye a very small final part. CEO TSC, thank you very much for being with us, Madam Ite, and being a very good listener. Lakini unajua ukitoka tu hapo bila kusema kitu, au watu watafikiria wewe ni mchoyo na wewe sio mchoyo. So tukaribishe TSC CEO aseme maneno machache.
Thank you very much, Waziri. Allow me to ride on the established protocols since morning. Watu wa Elgeyo Marakwet, good evening. I know you've asked so many questions. I will only touch on a very few. First of all, the issue of teacher shortage in creative art, issues of technical subjects. Those are the new subjects that came to our new curriculum, and we are working to ensure that the existing teachers are retooled to take some of those subjects, like sport science. The people of Elgeyo Marakwet, the teachers of St. Patrick's Iten already are experts in sports. So we want just to fine-tune them and they become teachers of sport science. Creative arts, they are teachers who've been teaching drama. Those are the teachers we will retool and be able to send them to schools to teach creative arts. Subdivision of zones, I want to say that is not our mandate, but I want to encourage our CSOs. I know you do a good job. You work in very vast environments. We provided motorbikes. Please make use of them as we wait for those divisions to be done by the relevant government institutions. Delocalization was outlawed by our colleagues in Parliament. We no longer delocalize teachers. Share cover, ladies and gentlemen, this government has improved the medical scheme for teachers, and you are now accessing 6,000 service providers, unlike before, when you only had 800. Teachers, we have not sensitized you, that we do appreciate, but that we are going to do. Please make use of your cover. Go to the hospitals that do not exhaust your cover very fast, so that you are able to use your cover for a longer period. Sensitization will come. CBG review is ongoing. They've asked, and we have engaged all the stakeholders, teachers. We have representatives of the union this week in Embu doing the CBG. Science-based teachers versus art-based. Ladies and gentlemen, the policy that we have at the moment says STEM takes 60%. And that is why we did targeted recruitment of teachers for science first. But in the following recruitments, we will be able now to look at the other areas, like languages, which we've been told have no teachers. We will look at technical, and in technical areas, we are working with Kenya School of TVET to get the teachers who are qualified and meet the Commission's criteria, so that we can employ them in the next recruitment to avert the shortage on technical teachers. Waziri, you asked us why we bring 59-year-olds to school. This year was unique because, as a matter of policy, the Commission decided that they were going to promote 57-year-olds and above, so that we motivate them as they exit. And that is why you found people of 58 who are being promoted to headship, people of 59 who are being promoted. Allow them to serve. They have qualified, and let them age gracefully as they exit. On issues of motivation and promotion, ladies and gentlemen, this government in the last 3 years has promoted 278,000 teachers, and we are going on. In the budget policy statement and following the presidential proclamation, we have put 2 billion in the coming financial year so that we can motivate our teachers. I think those are some of the issues you had asked me. Allow me now to say something on this meeting, and thank you, Waziri, for this thinking. And I would wish to say as follows: when leaders, when teachers, when parents and students sit like this, it means one thing, that we believe in our shared future. Because when we invest in education, we are not just spending money. Parents, pay fees. You are investing on the future of your children. And when you invest in education, agriculture becomes agribusiness. Youth become innovators and responsible leaders. Girls and boys become responsible men and women. And parents become empowered. Even communities become safer. And a county becomes an economic powerhouse. Elgeyo Marakwet faces a few hurdles which we've been told, some of which needs time to address. But we want to say things like financial barriers, parents, uniforms, transport of your kids. Keep your children out of school. We need to be parents who are responsible and help our children to go to school. We've been told about guidance gaps, and this goes to our teachers. Please mentor our learners, counsel our learners, counsel all the students so that they do not fail because they lack ability, but because they lack direction. We've also been told about sociocultural pressures, early marriages, teen pregnancies, household labor, traditions that compete with textbooks are not national problems. They are our problems. And that means the solutions must come from us. Since you've come together, this collective action is very good. And we want the families and communities to value education so that you reduce the dropouts that come because of the social pressures I've identified. Create safe study spaces for your children and encourage school attendance. Of course, that is a non-negotiable. Children must attend school. We have teachers who are ready to teach your children. We want to also urge our political leaders, please, instead of building for us more schools, kindly build for us ICT hubs, because we continue to teach 21st century skills using 19th century skills. So we advocate for better infrastructure, monitor our school, how they are performing, support them, and champion performance. And with that, Elgeyo Marakwet will progress. Ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, allow me to say this. The future will not come by default. It will arrive through informed choices by all of us. Choices to value education, choices to choose quality over excuses, a choice to make education relevant, practical, and inclusive. With that, thank you very much, and we want to wish you all the best. Thank you.
Pigeni CEO makofi. Now let me invite PS, my PS. Before I invite PS, I want to invite the professional that helped us organize this team was led by Dr. Susan Koech, who is the DG Central Bank. I know ni anajua ja kusema. With your team. Can I ask the team that was here to stand? Wasimame wote, wasimame. Please come, Daktari. You can come this way. But the rest, musimame, you can introduce them when you are here. Once you are here.
Thank you so much, CS. Let me ride on the protocol already established. I'll start off by introducing the team. CS, when you gave us the assignment, when you had the vision and, wanted this to be translated into what we can see here today, we sat a team of professionals from Elgeyo Marakwet, supported by the chair of the county education board, the TSC county director, the CEC of education in the county, and of course, the county director of education. We sat with the team who are in front of me here, including CS, your PA Meshach, who's really been very active in this process. He's really done so much, CS. I think you need to give him a salary increment or a promotion for that matter. Also, DG Kilimo, DG Laxmana, CEO Lillian, our Secretary Environment, Dr. Sally Kimosop, and General Manager, Kenya Airports Authority, Abraham. Please, may you be seated. What we can see here today has been because of the effort of the team here, and of course your guidance as CS. And we want to really appreciate you for giving us the platform to be able to showcase what we can do as Elgeyo Marakwet County. I think today, the collaboration that we are seeing here, where we are seeing high-level leadership right from the CS education. We have several PSS here. We have the CS interior. We have, on the other side, we have principals. We have teachers. We have parents, the BOM, and we have students, and of course, the leadership of Elgeyo Marakwet, all the elected leaders. This is a strong collaboration. And when we collaborate together, we are going to build a strong education system. Because with the strong education system, then we will get quality education. And with quality education, we will have the capability of ensuring that we have quality learners out of that. And I see that looking at what we do at the Central Bank of Kenya, because our mandate is to maintain a strong macroeconomic environment, as well as to maintain stability in the financial system. I see a correlation between a strong quality education system and a strong macroeconomic environment. Because out of that strong education system, we will get quality learners, we will get quality professionals who are skilled in all aspects, bearing in mind that we have a highly diversified economy. And with a highly diversified economy as ours in Kenya, then we need our people to be trained in all sectors. With that, Waziri, I want to say that you have invested in a future and a better future for all of us. And we are here to support you to make sure that we actualize that vision. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Daktari. Beginning my coffee, Dr. Susan. Hope you're okay there. I'd like to invite former PS Education, who is now my PS for Immigration and Citizen Services, who is an educationist by his own right. PS Richard Kipsang Belio, to make a few remarks. And thank you very much, PS, for coming to support me, as having been my friend for many years. Thank you.
Asante sana Waziri. CS Murkomen, my CS in the sector of education, CS Okamba, my colleague Chris Kipto, Dr. Susan Koech, and the protocols already established, my good colleague from the sector, and taking care of our future in terms of investing in the future in the TVET, Dr. Moria, all of us here in today. Waziri, I'm very grateful that this morning again you called me and said that you must be here. And to meet my colleague teachers. As a teacher, we are the only people God gave us an opportunity. God gave teachers an opportunity to be co-creators of humans. And it is a very defined duty. You know, when you've been given an opportunity to be a co-creator, then, and that opportunity is being given by God, then it is the only thing that you cannot make mistakes. And as teachers, therefore, we don't have an opportunity of making mistakes because we have a sacred duty to ensure that we properly co-create. And I want to thank the teachers here in today because I know you are giving your best to make sure that particular opportunity of co-creating is done and done well. And with CEO Evelyn today here, as the leader of those co-creators, let's make sure that we do it right. Because you are given a child in that state, and you make that child to be all that we are in here today, including Bishop here today. We teachers gave that first breath of what you are today to be bishop. And therefore, we have created you to be what you are so that you can give us the moral value and the moral direction that we are taking. Our Secretary for Education, Father Tor, the same. The engineers who are here, the lawyers who are here, we've done our duty as teachers to make sure that you are what you are and build into the future. I want to thank the two students who spoke here because they gave us something which is so important for us as teachers, that it is not about the school, it is about the value that we add into the children that are given to us. When you are given a kid at St. Patrick's Iten, with our old system, which you are talking about, 400 marks, 300 marks, now it is beyond expectation, exceeding expectation. It is about what you add to that kid who joins Form 1 or joins grade 10, that is very important. So that we don't talk about grades. We talk about the value that we have added to this particular student from the time that they joined our schools to the time that they exceed our schools. Sometimes our big schools receive a kid of 400 marks who is an A student and exceed that student with a grade of C+, you will have reduced the value of that kid. So we check at the valuation, the value that you add. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We have learned so much today from Elgeyo Marakwet. You know, they say this is the home of champions. Our two other neighboring counties compete for the championship. One is the source, another is the city. But both the city and the source, we have learned so much in what you are doing. Bringing together all your professionals, bringing together the students, bringing together the teachers is so important because you are shaping the future. Finally, CS, if we don't talk about our trade, I will not have done anything. You know, me and you, we have a trade that we are doing, and it is important that I speak to that trade. Because having stable education, having the good children that we produce, without a stable and properly run country will not add value. And they say, those who kill countries are those who don't participate in shaping the leadership of those countries. And you don't participate in shaping the leadership of those countries if you fail to have an identity. If you don't have an identity as a Kenyan, by having an identity document, then you fail to be part of shaping the future of your country. As professionals, And those of us seated here in today, let's make sure that our people back there in the villages that we have come from are part of the people that make the destiny of this country and make the decisions of who is the leader and who shapes the future of this country. You've seen what has happened in the last 3 years. Those who participated in shaping that destiny are very happy today because they can see what their decision has made to this country. So today I'm asking of all of us, as we go back to our villages, let's make sure that everyone that around you has an ID, because when they have an ID, they can do so much. After getting the ID, let's make sure that they have a voter's card. This county of Elgeyo Marakwet, you have 146,000 people who have IDs, but they do not have voter's card. We gave you an opportunity 2 weeks ago to register as IDs. I want to congratulate you because you did a good job. In 12 days, 27,000 people from Elgeyo Marakwet acquired IDs. But we can do better. There is still another 33,000 who still do not have the IDs, but they have acquired the right age. Let's work together to ensure that the future of this country is in the right hands by us making that decision of ensuring that leadership is in the right hands. Waziri, asante sana for this effort. Thank you very much. May God bless all of us.
Thank you very much. Throughout this conference from 9 in the morning, the conversation has been about facilities, resources, vehicles, facilitating the administrators in the schools, having transport. So, and all these things requires money. Yeah? So, and the man who holds the purse assisting the CS in Treasury is here. So, PS Chris Kipto, it is now your very unique opportunity to come and to give us the money. We give up PS Makofi.
CSS, Murkomen and Migos, Esther Moria, my colleague, Ms. Mutahi, and everyone. Hamjambo. CS Migos, we were together in Kapsabet yesterday, and we agreed we come today here. I'm sure you, when you came here, you were wondering where I am. I already alerted the CS Murkomen that I would come late because I had prior engagements which I could not avoid in the morning. But I had also seen that in the program, I would come at this moment. So before I proceed, Dr. Susan Koech has asked me to recognize Madam Rosemary Wanaswa, former Chief Principal Moi Girls, for the role she has played and continues to play in this work. So I want to join others in thanking CS Murkomen for convening this forum. I will speak to the matter reflecting on my journey, because I think